Hey everybody, who is it? It's me, him, and the Pickles. This is episode 1 for January, whatever we put it out. We're recording on January 15th.
16th.
16th? No, it's the 15th.
Oh, whatever.
Tomorrow, when it releases.
He says not put it out till the weekend.
What?
Can you tell us this is episode 1 of a podcast we've been doing for almost 10 years?
Well, I thought we were done. We left.
We left.
We should have.
We did. We went away, and that's because we had a new format change. I guess I should explain that, huh?
Yeah, some of us are really interested.
No one else seems to know what we're doing over there. Do you two know the... Yeah, I mean, you obviously know what we're doing, right? This is just me questioning you because you were both looking at your phones at the same time.
I'm playing with
Justin and I have been patiently waiting for this to start while you two have been playing around with
our decks.
A needed eraser.
Justin was doing notes over there. So was I. I was working hard.
Notes, but
So, yes, our normal podcast that we called... First, it was the podcast, the Pop Culture Week in Review. And we had
first, it was the Ken Frederick podcast.
It was the Ken Frederick podcast.
Right, but that was before we did, like, a weekly variety show. We used to do, like...
YouTube.
Themes, YouTube stuff, and all that. When we started our variety show, I forget what we called it at first.
We used to do yo-yo tricks.
I think we actually did call it, like, the Variety Hour or something like that.
what was it called?
Yeah, and then we came up with the Pop Culture Week in Review and the Wrestling Show. Then we
Separate.
combined them.
Yeah.
And when we combined them, we started calling it 2 years ago the Steel City Fandom Podcast.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are still the Steel City. We are still known as Steel City Fandom. We're keeping that branding, keeping that logo, keeping that stuff. But for this weekly show, we've been toying around with like changing the name of it. Anything on YouTube or the stupid shit I do on TikTok is still Steel City Fandom. Right? That's all staying. For people who are confused, because even Justin was confused when I put this out here. So that's still saying, when I put stuff on YouTube, but I am going to put more stuff on YouTube. I have a lot of things that we're going to do, but anyway, we'll get there. But for this weekly show, we are thinking of new names. So about, was it a month or two ago?
Something like that.
Me, Justin, Ken, and my son Alex were at Red Robin eating before the podcast. And I had ordered fried pickles. And while I was paying my bill, the lady said, all right, who's on what? And I pointed at my son, and I said, me, him, and the Pickles. And I pointed to these guys, and Ken was like, are we the Pickles? And I'm like, no, the Pickles that we ate earlier. So we laughed about it, and Ken was like, that would make a great band name.
Yes.
Where we were like, we threw a lot of things around. And then while we were sitting there joking around on the podcast, Justin made this logo that you see. And we were like, laughed about it, we kind of put it away. And then what? I brought it up like a month or so ago?
Well, no, I think it was the show. Well, yeah, we brought it up, but I think we brought it up
about on the show.
When Rob was here guest hosting.
So I take a week off and everything just goes down the toilet.
It goes down the shit, yeah.
And I ended up showing Rob the logo, and he's like, you have to do that.
Yeah, he liked it, yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like me, him, and the Pickle stands out a little more because we're not like a Pittsburgh podcast.
We really aren't.
Yeah.
We talk about everything. So we need to.
But I always liked our Steel City branding because it's easier to say. Yeah. It's easier to point to. It's easy to find instead of remembering a name like this. So if you search any of your stuff, you can find Steel City Fandom easy, and it is out there now. Like if you actually do a Google search, you will find a lot for it. Except if you try to search the TeePublic store. For some reason, I don't know how that thing was up there. You can't find that unless you have the direct link to it.
Well, same thing with our toy show shirts.
Yeah,
you can only find them.
That's probably to do with sales, and I'm sure you guys at KRG have more sales than we do, but
it's just to us.
But I think it probably, if you don't sell much merch, it's
doesn't matter what you search.
Way down in the
I started adding more specific search words like our last names.
Oh.
So I went out and I edited a little bit. Well, I didn't save it yet, so I have to do that. But I was putting like our last names in, so thinking it would maybe be easier to find instead of just Steel City. Because when you type Steel City in TeePublic, you get a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And you type Fandom, you get a lot of stuff, and we're way down there probably. I mean, I think I got 3,000 results. We're probably at the very end.
Yeah.
So I think you have to add some specific.
We should get our own site.
Words and things like that. Well,
fourth wall.
We'll leave that to you. You can be the head of a shirt design. So that's how we got the thing. That's how we got the name. I don't know. We found it funny. most people I tell it to have found it funny, but when you explain it, like
It does take some explanation.
it takes a little explaining, but I like having the extra logo. I like the logo. I think the logo is pretty funny.
I also feel like it's also, very much like, hey, who or what? If me and Brock aren't on, or there's guests.
Anyone can be the Pickles.
Anyone can be the Pickles. Anyone can be me. Anyone can be him.
Yeah.
And then the Pickles can be the listeners.
When Lance is here, he can be him
He can be a pickle.
or a pickle. So there you go. Justin, what do we have today for this episode? We're also doing show previews, so if you want to actually stick around.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
This could be risky.
We do. There's a bunch of rumors going around right now about Doomsday and Secret Wars and the future of the MCU. I have a weird Tom Cruise Star Wars story.
Oh boy.
What?
Some more Stranger Things talk. Why can't we put this to bed? And then it's got some sports news at the end with all the NFL stuff going on. So.
Right. A lot of stuff to talk about there. We could actually move that up if we wanted to talk about that earlier, but we'll see. Ken, toy show coming up.
Yes. January 24th, Clearview Mall, Butler, PA. The KRG Toy Show returns to our show. There is rumors of an impending snowstorm. We're not worried about it. We're still going to push
Rain
through.
or shine.
Rain or shine. We're going to be there.
It only affects Dawn because I won't drive up if it's snowing.
I can't go in because I have prior engagements. I'd much rather be at the KRG Toy Show.
Excuse me. Yep.
And so you should go in my place.
Over 100 tables of collectibles. So stop on out. And then July 11th in Cranberry Township, we're going to be, putting everything out for that. But we'll have over 140 tables there of collectibles.
Well, that's cool.
July 11th, Cranberry Township.
I think I'm actually able to make that one.
KRG Toy Show.
have to get in on that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
You still have stuff to sell?
Oh, yeah. I just don't have time to do anything with it.
Okay.
If anybody wants to borrow a 2-year-old for a couple days so I can go through my toys.
I don't think that works that way.
Hey, when I quit my job and do Whatnot full time, I'll start selling your stuff off.
There you go.
I thought you were going to say you started watching this kid.
No.
Uncle Ken's coming over.
I mean, hey, I'm licensed to watch children. Like, I have all my clearances.
You're all the clearances. It's just you two couldn't live further
We should open a
apart.
daycare, Ken. I got those clearances too.
Hey, there we go. Federal. We're done.
Didn't Eddie Murphy make a movie about that?
Done.
Daddy Daycare.
Yep.
There you go. We got Daddy Daycare right here.
But my own kids
Imagine
can't
people
come.
walking in and seeing you two in a daycare. Like you walk into a daycare and you're like,
Oh my God.
this is nice.
We could call the daycare me, him, and the Pickles.
Yeah.
And get everything, every branding.
It's
Him
perfect.
and the Pickles. I mean, the kids, I guess.
Did you see that? I walked in there. These two giant men came out, and they were like, "Yeah, leave your kid here."
It's like if earthquake and typhoon were
A natural disaster.
Natural disasters, child.
Yeah, that would be a hell of a sight. I went there.
Natural disasters, emergency child care.
Yeah.
So, like, when your other child care has a problem, you go to natural disasters.
They're like, no, those guys were real nice once you got to know them. A little scary when you first walk in. So I just leave. Oh, imagine little kids.
We wouldn't have any behavior issues.
Ken
No.
and I more than once have had somebody approach us with a question, questioning us.
Yeah.
That started with, "I'm very intimidated to even say this right now."
Both of us behind the counter at the comic book store going,
The best was the ACD warehouse. Whenever we got accused of stealing magic cards,
oh my God, yeah.
I thought that
Do you
guy
want
was
to tell
going
that
to
story?
I
cry.
don't know. Go ahead, tell it again.
So me and Brock went up to ACD is a board game, like gaming distribution. And they're based out of Madison, Wisconsin.
Okay.
We drove up there and we were sitting at like a demo for, was it Killer Bunnies?
Killer Bunnies.
And someone during the game that we were playing or around about had magic cards with them that got stolen. Me and Brock don't give two shits about magic. We don't collect it. We don't have nothing. We've actually detested having to sell it. It wasn't fun for us. So we're in this giant warehouse because the next day was like a sale that whatever you bought and took home, you got a percentage off. So we were like stocking up for the store and buying things. And this guy comes up to us in the middle of this dark back room and like in one of these like 12-foot high shelf units. He goes, "I really hate to bring this up to you two right now while we're back here."
I'm very intimidated.
Yeah, because he's maybe a little bit taller than Justin, but not much. And he's like, "Did you steal magic cards?" We're like, "No." He's like, "All right, just send it out." We did not steal them.
We did not steal magic cards.
Who would steal magic cards?
Well,
Someone did.
turds. I thought you were going to bring up the story. Do you remember at the comic book store when we were working the one day and that one girl that was way too attractive to be in the comic book store came in and started hitting on the guy?
That was another one.
And then another guy came in, it's like, "You hitting on my girlfriend?" And then me and Brock just...
That backfired on that guy real quick.
So he was trying to intimidate this guy, and like, I think you came from the back, or I did, and one of us stood up from the counter like, "Is there a problem?" And he's like, No.
We just closed it on this guy.
Yeah.
They're picking on like just like regular one of our customers trying to like prank him or whatever.
Yeah.
It was a prank?
Yeah. It was trying to like get this kid scared, like, "Oh, we're gonna go and be funny." I don't know if someone was recording or what, but we just kind of like shut up.
We shut that shit down.
We're like, "Get out." Between that and the rap battle that happened in the parking lot.
The rap battle we encourage.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to rap battle, please, by all means, in front of us.
Enjoyed
It's
the
fair
rap
game.
battle. Old comic book store story. We actually have a good video on our YouTube channel, which has all these stories out there that you can search for.
Yeah.
Work story. I think it was called Work Stories or something like that.
That's the one thing I miss about working there full time, or at all, was the stories.
The weird people.
The weird people. My first day, I went to somebody.
What's the exercise again?
Iron Mike's.
Iron Mike's. That's another great story.
My first week there was pretty impressive. That was in the first week, and the first day, I witnessed someone pray for Scooby-Doo to die.
Oh my
Oh,
God. I
God,
forgot
yeah.
about that.
Those are all great.
Look it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a revamp of that one day. Those are all still good things.
We'll have to find one person that really likes us and listens to those and do a greatest hits. One episode of like,
But nobody likes
One
us.
episode of Greatest Hits.
Imagine going through
Justin's here.
Yeah, Justin.
He is. What's new with you?
Nothing.
No personal exciting stories this week.
No, work's been hell, but other than that.
Work is hell.
Works the worst.
The weather sucks.
Yeah, this weather's hurting my bones.
It's cold.
It is cold.
Here's what sucks about the weather. If it doesn't snow, I don't make any money. It's just cold for no reason. At least if it snows, I can sell some shit. It's just cold.
When it
You know,
snows
so-
bad enough, my coworkers don't come to work, and it's fantastic.
Yeah. No, I mean, don't you sell like blankets and shit and
No.
wood burning things to keep people warm?
I mean,
in
I
this cold
do
weather?
carry wood pallets and stuff, but most people buy those by the pallet. Like, they have them.
Yeah.
That doesn't start going until February when people run out of their supply.
I was running my blower out there, and I spilled a little gas in the garage, and it
Oh.
reminded me of the time you kicked that garage.
Okay.
Remember when Ken knocked my gas can
Yep.
over?
First off, I don't know why you keep a broken blower full of gas just sitting out there leaking, and then
Yeah.
I bumped into it.
And it went through the whole house.
It made it seem like it was my fault.
That was a good time. That was a real good time. So this is interesting. I found a story. We're going to do little story times and I found this story, which I thought was interesting. And Justin, you being a science guy, I wanted to know if you heard about this at all yet. So there's this thing going around on social media that on 8/12/26, a Wednesday, at 10 a.m. in the morning, that the Earth is going to lose gravity for 7 seconds.
Awesome. I don't know how that would happen
Quite
because
frankly, this is dumber than flat earthers.
I was gonna say I don't know how
And-
centrifugal force can make that happen, but yeah.
I saw actual news outlets that were talking about this.
That's so funny.
And my current position is any news outlet that has even a joking mention of this should lose their fucking news license.
Dude, I saw this on a TikTok live, people talking
That's
about
where Don
it.
gets his news from.
Well, obviously, I don't take this as news. Okay? I didn't believe this for 1 second, nor did I care about it. I just thought it was hilarious that people were actually panicking. There must have been 14 people on this thing I scrolled by, and they were like, "So if I'm in my house, am I okay?" And they're like, "Yeah, you'll be fine in your house." They're like, "But tie yourself to a chair." And I'm like, "This is hilarious." And another guy was like, "What if we're all sleeping in the morning? We just kind of like tie ourselves to the beds." And they're like, "We have to bolt your bed to the floor because your bed's going to raise." And they're
Your house.
like, "I have very low ceilings. I should be okay." It's like,
Could you imagine the chaos if it actually happened for 7 seconds?
well, it
there
would,
would be no chaos. It
You'd be
would,
dead.
yeah.
Well, I
you'd
still
all be
feel-
dead if it happened for even for 7 seconds.
Well, yeah, I understand that.
Yeah,
but it's
I
still-
mean-
Your house would crumble.
And it would also probably send our planet flying somewhere, right? If there's no gravity on Earth and all the other shit that would
no,
happen.
the gravity. Oh, this is 4 idiots talking about.
I mean, what would happen? Literally, what would happen? You're a science guy if there was no gravity for 7 seconds.
Nothing, because it's not possible. It's impossible for this to happen.
Say if it was possible.
I feel like everything would just fly into space for 7 seconds because we're going so fast.
All the water.
Wouldn't everybody just take off into space?
Not to mention the fact that the Earth is currently spinning at 1,000 miles an hour.
Right. See, everybody would just fly off the fucking Earth.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter. So these people that were like, I'm going to strap myself to a chair.
It
I'm
would
like,
take 7 seconds to get all the way out of the atmosphere, though, wouldn't it? You'd probably just come crashing back down with everything else.
Yeah,
I feel like everything would whip out. Like
again, depending on because the water that's the oceans, everything would. If what they're saying is real, everything would leave the rock for 7 seconds. Everybody would be dead.
You'd all be dead.
Everybody in the world.
That's why I thought the people that were funny, they were like, "I'll stay in my room." Like, your house will go fucking flying out of like everything. What are you talking about? I thought it was really hilarious because there was 14 people actually panicking and worrying about this.
Think about the thousands of people you heard about when they were talking about the world was ending or the rapture was coming that actually sold their shit to people. Quit their jobs, emptied their bank accounts, sold everything they owned because they were getting raptured.
Yeah. Do you remember 2012 when we had the Mayan thing that the world was going to end there? They even made a movie about it. The movie is pretty good.
Don't forget about Y2K.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho.
Yep.
So I thought this was absolutely hilarious that people were freaking out. The people saying what they were going to do to I'm going to tie all my kids down. I'm going to bolt my.
I feel like if you say that, you're just trying to find a reason to tie your kids down.
So funny. I'm going to bolt my table down. We're going to hide under the table. This is hilarious.
Shit, I should be advertising this. Make sure you bolt down. I would go through so many bolts at work. It'd be fantastic. Make sure you bolt everything down before.
I don't think it's funny. To me, this is sad that this is where the educational system is, where people would actually believe this shit.
It's social
Justin,
media.
You don't work with the public.
I know. Thank God.
But wouldn't it be great? We're all getting flung in the air. We see each other like, I told you. We're like, woo! There's Ken. Hey! Oh, shit. We didn't make it out. Here we go. We're dropping now. Brock was right. And then we're all falling to the earth. I'll have superpowers by then. I think we're getting superpowers this summer, aren't we?
I hope.
That'll be great.
Now, do you believe
That's some health insurance.
Do you get annoyed when people do flat Earth stuff or the Antarctica ice wall shit? Does that all irritate you?
Yes,
Yeah.
because it's stupid.
Yeah. See, it doesn't irritate me. I just find it funny.
Well, again, like I said, it angers me because of how low our level of because no one else in the world believes this shit. It's all these fucking idiots in the U.S.
There's a lot of people in the UK and that to do the flat Earth stuff. I've seen people. A lot of people travel to Antarctica to go to the ice wall stuff that are not just Americans. There's a lot of people to get into that ice wall.
Most of the ones, like most of the big flat Earth people that I've seen, are all American citizens.
Yeah.
But
there's people that charter trips down there to go see the ice wall and fly over it and all that shit.
I like the one documentary where the guy's like, all right, this is going to prove that it's flat Earth. They had the circle, and then there was another circle like 100 feet away, and then another circle. It's like, well, it's approved. It's flat. And he's like, well, I don't understand what's happening. Like,
and then the guy lifted the light, and he was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then they did another one where some idiot spent $30,000 on a gyroscope that would, like, measure whatever he's like, if round Earth is real, this gyroscope should measure a 15-degree tilt. And all of a sudden it measures a 15-degree tilt. Oh well, no, there's something with the electromagnetic, so we're gonna put it in a lead box with all this copper shielding, and then it's still 15 degrees. It must be defective. I mean, they have proven themselves wrong on video, and every fucking time they do it, they just move the goalpost.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't believe any of this stuff. People that are with Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, all those different things.
Those are real.
I think those are all stupid. People that are on
I
there.
think there's things in our ocean that we haven't seen yet.
The ocean, maybe. People that think a Bigfoot or a Yeti and all that is real. I've never seen a clear video of one.
That California wilderness is completely uncharted, though. There could be things in there that we haven't seen yet.
It's
What about
very unlikely.
What about aliens? Do you believe that reports of people say they see aliens?
Yeah.
Aliens visiting? I don't. Do I think we're alone in the universe? Absolutely
Oh,
not.
I don't think so at all. But I don't know why any alien species would want to fucking come here.
Yeah, I
Just
don't.
to see if we can be inhabited.
And once they scan it and go,
Not worth it.
Yeah.
See, no, I do.
There's gotta be
Parts of me
life
do
out there.
believe that we are watched, and once we start coming up with the ability to travel outside of our galaxy and our universe, that's when they're going to interfere.
So we could go
So
down
not any of our lifetimes.
We could go into huge rabbit holes on this, but my opinion on that is we can't really leave our local area with even between here and the moon. We can't do much beyond that. However, the nuclear capability that this planet has would be a direct threat. And I think if there was somebody out there within touching distance, we would already be gone.
Because of the nuclear stuff.
Here's my thought on it. I think that we are naive to believe that life forms outside of our world are carbon-based life forms.
Yeah.
I think that there's types of life forms that we can't even physically comprehend, and that's why we don't know that they're out there. Like when you start getting out there and be like, okay, I don't know if there could be anything other than carbon-based life forms.
Well, I also think it's funny that when people talk about aliens, they always make them look like humans have bilateral symmetry.
Yeah.
So there's always 2 arms, 2 feet, and all that. You don't know what they would look like.
Yeah.
They might have 7 appendages for all.
There are some in this one. I personally think it's a little dumb, but there are scientists that think cephalopods are not of this earth.
Which ones are cephalopods?
Octopus, squid,
all those weird things.
Look.
Octopus are really weird.
They are.
and they're ridiculously intelligent.
I love watching octopuses on YouTube and octopuses, and they're
Oh, the way they open jars and do all that other
Yeah.
shit.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
I would believe that.
I don't know.
I like
could get
it.
behind that.
I could get behind that too. I like the video. The guy has a fish. He puts a crab in a jar, and the octopus swims around it, stares at the crab. Look at that. And whoa, the jar comes over, the hand goes in, the crab's like, what? Like that has to be terrifying, right? If you're in that crab, you're like, oh fuck this guy again, and he like I'm safe in this jar, and then the jar comes off and sucks you up into a hole somewhere.
There's a story of an aquarium that I always enjoy hearing about. There was an aquarium that kept losing tropical fish, and they did not know how it was happening. And the octopus started to time when the security guard would come by. He would leave his tank, go over to the other tank, catch fish, eat them, and then crawl back into his tank. Like, that shit's too intelligent. If you can figure that out, then you deserve not to live in an aquarium.
I remember an old Ricky Gervais podcast where Ricky is explaining that to Carl Pilkington, and it is freaking him out. He's like, how's it get to the other side of the room? What do you? And he's like so stunned by all these things. They can open up jars. He's like, even I can't open jars. They're like, well, not if they're real tight. They're like, they got to be loose.
And they can be on land and it's not an insignificant amount of time.
No.
They can be on land for a while.
Yeah.
So one of these days, the octopus overlords are going to land.
God, I hope so.
Oh, my God.
That'd be a cool one.
Yeah.
Better than a machine apocalypse, which is what we're heading toward.
Yeah.
That, though, is the most likely outcome. If quote-unquote aliens ever come to this planet, they're going to be AI robots that they mine resources from every planetary system that they get. They have microbots that can strip nanobots that can strip
Apocalyptic dust.
can strip resources
Yep.
and self-replicate by using the resources that they mine, and it's an AI civilization that was sent here millions of years ago from 100,000 light years away, and if we ever get aliens, that's what it's going to be. Because biological, unless we figure out, or unless someone in this universe has figured out literal wormholes, how to travel through space rather than in space, there's no way that you can traverse those kind of distances.
Yeah.
It's impossible. I mean, fuck, it would take us at our current fastest manned space vehicle. It would take us 40,000 years to get to Proxima Centauri. That's only 4 light years away.
Only. Yep. See?
That's why the aliens have to come here.
Yeah.
And live in our oceans as octopuses.
Yeah. And steal all of our resources and women.
And our jars full of crabs.
The crab jars. Oh, I like that these things kind of piss you off. I get so much enjoyment out of that alone. That
I don't want to
imagine you scrolling social media and being like, "No, you fuckers!"
Aliens are real.
One of my favorite YouTube things to watch is people debunking flat earthers.
Porn and debunking flat earthers. Yeah, I enjoy people debunking flat earthers too.
It's such an easy one to debunk. We've gone this way and we've gone that way and gone different things.
Yeah.
I just like when they do it themselves.
Yeah.
I think
That is the most
I
fun.
think most people just do it. It's kind of like a funny thing to say you're a flat earther and you believe that. Well, then you have the people that believe. Brock, what's the religious thing that people say you're in?
Yeah, what are you in?
No, you
What's
know
the
that one that
religious-
they say in some Bibles and some religious cultures have said it's that kind of dome that you're in, that God's up past it. You know what I'm talking about? There's a word for it. That you're in kind of like a dome. I've seen old pictures of it, and it's like the dome. You hit the top of the dome. Beyond that is God and the angels, and we're all in here in this little thing. I mean, it's fucking nonsense, but I forget what it's called. It's religious. There's a religious aspect to it, where people on flat Earth videos will be like, "We're not in that. We're in this," and I'm like, "Oh, we're not in that." Okay.
There's nothing greater than two flat earthers from different models of the flat earth arguing with each other.
Yeah. So, speaking of that, there's people that believe, beyond the ice wall, there's like this other civilization, and they call it different things. I came across this video once on TikTok where a guy is interviewing a guy about it, and the guy asks him, "Tell me what about," he names this place, whatever it's called, and the guy goes, "What about it?" Like real angrily, right? And then he goes, "No, I want to know about it." So I commented, the "what about it" completely took me off. I didn't hear anything else after it. It got 50,000 likes and people laughing at it. They're like, "Me too." That's all I heard too. To the point where the guy who created the thing was like, "You're missing the point of the whole video," because I just completely distracted it. Where I was like, that harsh "what about it" took me completely out of it. Did you find it?
No.
No,
Oh, I thought you were looking it up.
I wasn't. I gave up.
Okay.
I gave it a good 3 seconds.
There you go. All right. So I had a food update. A food question I wanted to put out there for everybody. So you know how I have a lot of digestive issues.
Yeah, I think they're psychosomatic, but go on.
Well, yeah, thank you. And I get a lot of constipation. I think I am have completely fixed myself.
Ooh.
I've been a lot more regular. I've been having a lot more less attacks. And it's 2 foods I've been eating that I've introduced to my diet. One for a dessert at night and one for lunch.
Cool Whip.
No. Kimchi for lunch.
Is it because of kimchi that you're shitting, or
I don't. It's kimchi, and in the evening,
Steve Lombardi?
I eat kiwis.
Interesting.
The kimchi has now.
Well, that's a natural help.
Yeah,
digestive-
probiotic
yeah.
and all that. But I used to eat you can eat sauerkraut or whatever because kimchi is just the same thing. But
Yeah.
I buy it at Walmart and I have a little bit with
So it's authentic.
no. Well, here's the thing. I've got it from Whole Foods
Okay.
and I didn't like it. It was too crunchy. It was too I don't know. It was just off. Even the one at what's that? Fresh Time. I didn't like theirs. For someone, the one that they sell at Walmart that's in the jar, it's softer.
It's because it's been jarred.
Yeah,
So,
warmed up with can eat it with eggs. I can eat it with sausages at lunch, whatever. Been eating at lunch and then eating kiwis in the evening when I want a dessert or whatever. And now you go through a couple weeks of gas because you're introducing a lot of fiber. But it's been a huge change for me.
That's good.
Where I'm I don't feel bloated and sick all the time anymore. And I really like it. I mean, I just add a little bit here and there, eat it during the week. It's a game changer. I've tried a lot of different things for my stomach. Pills, tablets, shots, you name it. Different foods, mushroom coffee. None of that shit's ever worked for me.
Ugh.
And then I saw this and started eating it. And I didn't know if I was going to like it. It's a little spicy.
Yeah.
The kind I get. But it's good. It's really good with it's really good with eggs and it's really good with sausages and
Does that mean we can get a chicken?
They have kimchi.
not yet. We're not going to try chicken just yet. Fish. It's really good with fish.
The band.
Yeah, the band. I'm going to try to start making my own and ferment it.
So have you seen the guy on? He started on TikTok, I think. Now I see him on Instagram still. He's pretty flamboyant, and he's like, sometimes you just need to heat a whole cucumber, and here's how you do it. And he goes through the recipes. He's also got a couple kimchi recipes out there.
Okay.
So if you know who I'm talking about, look him up.
Right.
It might be a good way to get yourself into trying to make it yourself.
I saw this one dude who's like, my wife is South Korean. He's like, let me show you how we do kimchi in our house. And their entire refrigerator, he was like, this is breakfast kimchi. And then he had another toad. He's like, this is what we use for lunch. This is what we cook with. This is what we use for snack. It was like so many gallons of it. He's like, we eat a lot of the kimchi in this house. And people were like, your bowels must be really healthy.
What's the main vegetable in kimchi?
It's cabbage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just fermented cabbage.
It's fermented cabbage. It's really, but they put other things into it. So there's like carrots in it. There's like zucchini. There's different things they put inside of it and ferment it with different juices and things like that. But yeah, it's been really awesome.
2% of the weight in salt.
Yeah. You gotta watch that too. Can't eat too much of it, but you can't eat too much of anything. So
It's true.
But kiwis too, really, they help almost kind of regulate my blood sugar in the evenings.
That's good.
Just have a couple
Which
of them.
is weird because I always kind of equate them to bananas, and bananas are really bad for blood sugar.
Bananas
aren't
fuck up my blood sugar and all. Bananas I can't
Because
eat.
bananas are gross.
Can't eat bananas. I mean, grapes are awful, but like blueberries are really good, and then kiwis. I mean, I can't. You can eat the skin on a kiwi. I can't do that. I don't
Furry
like
skin.
it.
Pussy.
Yeah, I am a pussy. So I cut them in slices and like peel them. But they're really good. They really do really well.
I've tried it. Kiwi's a little too sour for me.
It is.
I like kiwi.
I like sour stuff. I could do the sour stuff.
Neither here nor there on kiwis. I usually don't eat them.
Yeah, they're different.
There's easier fruit that I'll eat.
Yeah. Well, you could probably eat whatever you want. It doesn't spike your blood sugar.
I mean, it may, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It probably does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been good. I was happy with it.
Good.
All right, this is where we need. In the coming weeks, we might have some sound effects. We haven't figured the sound effects yet. We need sound effects because every week we're bringing back debate of the week. And this week's debate of the week topic was picked by Brock. So
Yeah.
Brock, go ahead with debate of the week.
If you're talking to somebody and they have something stuck in their teeth, should you let them know?
Or a
booger hanging out of their nose.
Can I go first?
go ahead.
It depends on the level of personalization you have with that person.
Okay, so if
I
it's
think that
me,
is a factor.
So, okay, so by saying this,
I knew this. I knew where this was going.
what do I have something out of my nose?
that chart starts at 0, peaks, and then goes back down to 0.
Okay.
Because if you're too familiar with someone, I'm not going to tell you so I can fuck with you and be like,
Do I have something hanging on my nose right now? Is what you're
oh
talking
my
about?
God. It's not always about you, Donald. But what I'm saying is, someone like you, I wouldn't tell.
Because you want me to be embarrassed.
Yes.
That's real nice. That's real nice. So you wouldn't help me out as a friend. So I'm sitting there in public and I got a booger
It
hanging out my
depends on the
nose.
setting. Because if it's like here or we're out to dinner and we're giving each other grief, I wouldn't say anything. But if we're in like a professional setting and we're at a funeral, yes, I'd tell you.
I like we're at this funeral.
It's probably mine.
Getting ready to stand up to do the speech at his parents' big anniversary dinner.
and I got a fresh one.
I wouldn't be able to see it. I'd be doing DJ work.
See, I can't handle it, but like I can't tell people unless I know them.
Yeah, there's a level of familiarity.
But I don't try to. I wouldn't do it to embarrass anybody. Like
No, there's a way you did. Just like, hey, something right there. Like, just something simple like that.
Okay, I'm an asshole. I think that the people close to me, I'd get a kick out of not telling
Now,
them.
I've been in the office with people I work with, and they come over and they got like something in their mouth, and I just can't look at it. Like I don't know what to do. I've seen people come over and they have like a booger right on the edge, and I just can't.
I think a booger is different than something in your teeth.
A booger's really embarrassing.
It
I
is.
think a booger you should feel, especially if you're a man of a certain
Clean my
age.
nose now.
Here's the thing, like,
Because you got
you
hairs
ever
up
heard
there.
the term booger height?
What's booger? Oh, so we're
So, like,
tall enough that people can see up our nose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, like, Justin's looking at us.
yeah,
If we have something in our nose, it's glaring at him.
yeah. That's right there. Yeah. But if you're short, or I mean,
Yeah, you're not as big
you're not
of a
gonna
risk.
see it.
But then you're seeing all the boogers. Like if you're shorter,
You're seeing the boogers.
but
So
you-
we're at
you-
a certain height that we have booger bliss. We don't have to see any of it.
Bless.
right,
Yeah.
we see over the boogers.
Must be nice.
Yep. But
A booger is tough for a person you don't really know that well. Something in your teeth is probably easier, where you could say, "Oh, you got a little something in your teeth." Oh, I was eating spinach.
No,
and be like,
just letting you know.
got,
I can tell.
but being like, you got a fucking booger in your nose. Like,
It's all about tact.
Yeah,
Hey,
Brock's
straight
thing
up.
where you just kind of go,
you know where you see that a lot of is in a swimming pool together.
Yeah.
A public swimming pool. You're in that wave pool and someone comes out and they just have it right
No,
there.
so
And you're like, hey. And I know that you're going to start getting sick.
it's so gross.
Yeah. You're going to start
Boogers are
bro,
disgusting.
you got to get over that. You got kids in the house.
I just fucking put them outside until they figure out life. I've realized I'm in a certain comfort level with the kids that I will do the just grab it and then go and then just wash
get
my
a
hands.
tissue.
You
No,
have to.
me with
they'll
adult,
eat it if you don't.
Yeah.
with adult kids, I would say it right. I go, you got a fucking booger in your nose, dude, or you got shit in your teeth. Go clean your fucking teeth. You can say it. Now, I even say it to their girlfriends if I would feel comfortable enough to say that.
Yeah.
Well, we're starting now with the kids need to brush their teeth because there's times where if they don't brush their teeth that morning, it's like, ugh.
They get you.
Kids have the worst morning breath.
Oh my god, I don't know what they're doing all
Yeah.
Yeah,
chewing
just
on kimchi.
eating kimchi and shit. See, we're eating boogers.
They're eating boogers.
Taste that booger flavor.
I know it's in there.
Yeah, it's in there.
But yeah, no, the kids they'll come down and they'll be like, Ken, and give me a hug. I'm like, oh,
Dude,
no,
I
go brush
remember.
your teeth.
Oh yeah, they get right in your face too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, and you're like,
Oh,
fuck.
Hope's is the worst. I swear she could take the paint off the wall with her
Yeah, that's
breath.
terrible. I dated a girl when I was early 20s, living in the
Congratulations.
city, and she once said to me, we were out at a bar, and we were sitting there, everyone was talking, and someone said something about a kid eating a booger, and she was like, I still eat my boogers.
Oh.
And it was like this pain shot through my body. I was like, what the fuck? I never called her again.
Yeah.
She was like, did I gross you out with that? I was like, it's fine. I was like, fuck you. You think I'm ever kissing that booger mouth again? I'm never going near that fucking booger lips or booger teeth. Get the fuck. What do you mean you still eat them? What the fuck is wrong with you?
All right, we're going down a roll, and I gotta have a conversation right now. So I was at work today. We've been having some theft issues in one of our aisles. So while I was working in my office, I had the aisle up, and I was watching it. And a guy came down this aisle where there's like
No,
screwdrivers.
this is going to be real bad. This is going to be bad.
I watched him with one hand,
Oh, God.
full hand down his pants, scratching his ass while he's looking at stuff.
No!
Just digging. And I'm like, oh. And then out of the opposite end, he just started going in, and then his hand disappeared. I'm like, he's scratching his ass and eating his boogers at the same time.
Oh, my God.
And I wanted to tell the cashier, just don't touch him.
No, that's when you're like over the intercom.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir, in aisle 4.
Yeah.
Please take your hand out of your ass and quit eating
Did he
your
bring it up
boogers.
for a sniff, too? I've seen that
No, because he
before.
was so much eating his booger.
Oh, fuck! That's the worst.
All right,
God, it
moving
makes
on.
me. I tell you what really freaks me out is when I'm in public
Do we have to?
and I see someone come out of the shitter stall and they just walk right out.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's
I almost want to shoot them.
because of the reasons why we had to be quarantined for 3 years.
I don't understand how people still do that.
Wait.
It's normal people too. It's not even like it's
Yeah.
like, look how dirty this guy. I see him walk around, saw him right, and you're in a restaurant, and then I just lock in on him. And then I lock in from across. We were at Denny's 2 weeks ago, and I was like, that guy didn't wash his fucking hands, and I'm just staring at him like he's eating toast. He's eating toast with those fucking diarrhea hands, like he's in there blowing it up. Oh, it freaks me the fuck out. Freaks me
Yeah.
the fuck out.
That's when you just go and start yelling, like, you're eating toast!
I want to go over to his wife and be like, this fucker doesn't wash his hands.
This is why everyone in your house is
This
sick.
fucking guy right here, wash those hands.
Ugh.
At least fake, because I'm in there. Fake it. Walk up and just turn the water on. I won't see it. Make some noise. You know what I mean?
No, you just
I take a
walked out.
goddamn bath after I do that.
Well, you
stuff.
take your clothes off to poop.
Well, I do sometimes. Only when I have an attack.
But because of kimchi, you haven't had
Nope.
it.
No, thank God. Knock on this. You don't understand when you can't go to the bathroom for days on end. to just be able to do it in the morning like a regular human is so nice.
Maybe I should look at this kimchi stuff.
It is.
I gotta contact this kimchi.
Can't
See what
why
she's
do you have
all
problems
about.
too sometimes?
I'm either one or the other.
I know. The ups and downs. Just get lost. Do you want some water? He's over here shaking his ice. You were coughing. Do you want me to get you water?
What the fuck are we talking? We're in the middle of the podcast.
I know, but like they don't know we do this.
This is episode 1. They've never heard it from us
They've
before.
heard it before. All right, that was a good debate.
That's-
No one answered the question.
I think it's familiarity is what we say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we all agreed.
All right.
I just want to embarrass Don in public.
You could. Yeah, everyone does. It's fine. Now it's time for headline topic of the week.
I can't wait to find something to play on the soundboard for this.
We're gonna get topics.
Whoa,
What is our headline of the topic of the week, Justin?
So the headline topic of the week is the final Doomsday trailer and the cryptic message that the Russo brothers released,
It's never coming out.
saying that
Every show.
the videos that we've seen, they're not teasers, they're not
Tell them about
trailers.
the last video first, because we didn't talk about that
The
one.
last trailer.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Let him run the fucking show. It's his turn.
Whatever.
Anyway, these aren't teasers, these aren't trailers, they're stories, and there's a clue or something in each one, and you just pay attention or something. I can't remember how they worded it.
Yeah.
They think they're way more clever than they are.
Yes.
However, someone has taken the time. Oh, well, first let's go into the final trailer is just Shuri and M'Baku walking across what looks like a desert or something.
yeah.
And
They also show you Namor.
Yeah.
And if you notice in there, he's not wearing any of that shit from the first movie.
Yeah.
So the nose ring is gone, the headdress, all the
Yeah.
shit. And he's in that black pop-up collar, which looks a lot like his Illuminati outfit that he wears. He wears the black pants, the black vest. You know, that's more of his modern style, hanging out with the Illuminati outfit.
and maybe if they are spending more, because there was kind of an alliance between them and Wakanda. So maybe if they're spending more time on land, he's like, yeah, I don't need to wear the shin guards. And
But
the
they got rid of a
headdress.
lot of that other shit with all the earrings and the nose rings and all that. They've done his look is a lot more cleaner.
That'll be good.
It looked like he was sitting on some throne. It looked like there was a temple of maybe their Talokan temple on Earth, somewhere on land in a desert kind of setting. But yeah, then they walk and they meet the
Or did they dry up Atlantis?
maybe or Talokan.
Because whatever it's called. A lot of them were wearing breathing apparatuses.
And
Yeah.
that was Namora that they showed, and she wasn't blue skinned. Did you notice that?
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
You know when they go on land in the previous movies, their skin would turn blue, except for Namor.
Yeah.
Now her skin was lighter skin. It wasn't blue. It looked like human skin.
I bet something happened to their kingdom.
Well, I guess we'll have to watch the movie and see.
Yeah. But they walk up, and M'Baku introduces himself as King of Wakanda, and Ben, and then says where he's from in New York City or
Yancey
something.
Street.
It was funny.
Yancey Street.
It's an interesting thing with, wasn't Black Panther, didn't he debut in a Fantastic Four comic?
So did Namor. No, Namor was Marvel Comics 1. But yes.
But Black Panther did, didn't he?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Or was it Avengers? No, it was Fantastic Four.
There's a Fantastic Four. And then I heard some stuff there's gonna be Sue Storm Namor stuff that they're...
Yeah, I heard that rumor as well.
Because she's a hooer.
But anyway, at the end of each of the 4 trailers they've released so far, they flash a code before it goes to the countdown clock for the release date. And some sweaty internet
Hey, thank
detective seems to have put together, and it's plausible, that the code that is popped up represents a timestamp from a moment in Endgame.
Yes.
And if you go to whatever this timestamp supposedly is in Endgame, each of the 4 trailers is referencing a scene where they're talking about either where the Infinity Stones went or where they came from.
Where did you come from? Where
And
did
it's
you go?
all six of the Infinity Stones are covered by these
These
four
four.
timestamps within the
We're
movie.
gonna get right back to the Infinity Gauntlet.
Well, even the Russos have said this movie is a direct sequel to Endgame.
Because they're skipping all the shit that they just did.
It seems that way that they are skipping right past.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, none of the movies we've had between have had any, and that's what we've been complaining about for
There's no
all of
consequence.
phase
Yeah.
like 5 and 6 or 4 and 5. None of the other movies have had any impact on the larger world.
Right.
So I don't think it is, but if that was their plan from the beginning,
Well, they're obviously not saying it doesn't exist because Namor's in it.
and it's not that it doesn't exist. It's just those movies had no impact on.
Yeah, they were
One
just there.
shots.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's plausible. The Russos love to do these little Easter egg things. They're usually they think they're more clever than they are. So the Steve Rogers code is the scene in Endgame where the Ancient One tells Bruce Banner the world would be overrun by the removal of the Time Stone. The Thor code is the Avengers capturing Loki, and the scene contains the Scepter with the Mind Stone and the Tesseract with the Space Stone. The X-Men code is Thor and Rocket discussing stealing the Reality Stone in Asgard. And the Wakanda trailer, it's Rocket talking to Ant-Man about going to space, which takes place right after they discuss the Power Stone and right before they discuss the location of the Soul Stone.
So there you go.
Makes sense.
Those make sense.
So,
It's interesting. The thing that I like about all this is that it feels active again. They're putting out this weekly stuff. They're talking about it. There's commercials, things. It feels like it's a good time for it. You know what I mean? Where before, it'd be a month before, and they'd be like, oh, by the way, this is out. Oh, it's another one of these. It's another one of those, you know?
What about if when Thanos destroyed the Infinity Stones, they actually created this new Earth where all this stuff has happened since then?
I hope Farmer Thanos is the reason why all this happened.
Because he's cast in this, isn't he?
I don't know.
I
That's
thought
a
I
good
saw
question.
that somewhere that Josh Brolin was in this.
I mean, you remember when they had the chair day?
Yeah.
All the chairs. There's a lot of people that they've showed in these trailers so far that weren't in those chairs.
Yeah. Like Steve Rogers, Chris
Yeah.
Evans.
Yeah. A lot of people on chairs day, as they call
Yeah, I
it.
mean, with the Infinity Gauntlet, you could basically anything is possible.
Yeah.
So hopefully they come up with a good way to make this all make sense.
The only thing that sucks is they did say in Loki that the Infinity Gauntlet outside of its own universe does not work. Like,
It was useless.
it was useless.
Yeah.
It had to be in its own.
But then in What
time
If,
frame. Oh, that's true.
that was
too.
the whole story.
Yeah.
And then in What If?
They came out the same year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a different gauntlet from a different universe.
And then he just hopped around and started killing the Watcher.
Yeah, well, I mean, they kind of doesn't make sense.
Well, it was What If, so it wasn't real, I guess. Yeah, but if they were the originals taken somewhere else, I don't know. Because I
But
don't
I
see
mean,
how they
if
could be destroyed.
if you think about it, what in a infinite multiverse, what would be the originals?
Right.
That would be
Right.
the originals for that particular universe.
Well, they say the 616 universe is the main universe.
Right. I hate that they call it 616, by the way.
What does that come from?
The comics.
That's
That's
the
the
comic.
main comic.
Why'd they call it that in the comics?
I don't know.
Did they pick that number for any...
I think there is significance to
I
it.
mean,
just don't know
DC
what it
doesn't
is.
find being Earth 1.
Uh-huh.
It makes sense. It's Earth 1.
But, yeah, because that shouldn't the prime timeline be the original timeline?
Yeah.
But, because, like, whenever, like, they called it 616 the first time, like, they referenced, like, the cartoon universe was a different number like that. So the
Right.
movie universe should be a different number.
Yeah. Yeah.
The comic timeline is 616.
Yeah. It shouldn't be that for movies. It should be something different.
Because I think it was, like, when the X-Men movies were out and stuff, we're like, well, that's timeline, whatever.
Yeah. Kind of like DC does.
Right.
Where their Earth thing is happening, all these other little cartoons and stuff that are all different Earths.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The designation Earth 616 was retroactively applied to the main Marvel Universe by creators like Alan Moore, Alan Davis, and Dave Thorpe to differentiate it from other parallel worlds, first appearing in Fantastic Four #1 and later in Motion Picture Funnies Weekly #1.
Okay.
So
It goes that far back.
Yeah, Alan Moore, Alan Davis, and Dave Thorpe may have had a reason for it to be 616, but
Yeah.
There's a lot of people saying that it's almost like they, instead of using 666, they did 616.
I think we are definitely onto something with children being the primary focus of this. Somehow with children. Because that Sadie Sink thing that we talked about last week or the week before with her being Rachel Summers, is there's more on that she's going to be each universe has a constant
Anchor.
the anchor
anchor.
being.
She was the anchor being of the X-Men universe, and she sent after Cyclops' world is destroyed, he sends her to warn everybody.
And that the scene from the trailer where he's on his knees just letting his blast go,
Is the
that's
world.
his last stand that he's already sent her,
Yeah.
and that's his last stand.
So she being Rachel as an anchor being.
And we know Deadpool is the anchor being of Earth 10,385 or whatever it is.
Wasn't Logan the anchor being? Well, he was.
No, he was an anchor
but he
being in
became
his
one.
universe,
In his
but
universe.
not in Deadpool's universe.
And then this one is Spider-Man, isn't it?
I thought it was Wanda.
From what I heard before, it was Tom Holland. Spider-Man was the
think-
anchor being of this universe.
Why would they pick a character they don't own outright?
I
That's
don't know.
dumb.
Yeah.
Should be Iron Man, but
dead.
they could make it. Maybe that's part of the story. He was the anchor.
How are you an
being.
anchor being if you get old and you die? Does a new anchor being show up?
Probably. I think that's what happened with Deadpool. Logan died in his universe.
And then he became the anchor being.
Anchor beings are dumb.
You're the anchor being of this universe.
It might be.
Nothing has been officially confirmed, but yes, the online collective apparently is that Tom Holland is the 616.
I would say
anchor.
Spider-Man's the anchor being of Marvel Comics.
That makes sense.
He's kind of he's been around forever, most popular. He's been a part
Him or
of
Captain
everything.
America, I could see being the.
A lot of people, some people are saying Ant-Man, because of his connection with Kang and him chumping Kang in his
Yeah.
movie.
They
There are a
could
lot
have done
of
so much
theories.
with that.
I think you'll see Kang again later on, not in these movies.
Yeah,
but
I think
they'll-
you will too.
I saw something. I didn't put it in here because I thought it was just because it came from a rather non-reputable site. But apparently, there is allegedly somebody that's Kang is being recast. He's going to show up, and it's going to be a new actor.
Michael B. Jordan.
Wasn't what's his face cleared of everything though?
He was.
I think he was too. I don't really understand what's
Why
going
can't
on.
I think of
with
his name?
him. Michael Clark Duncan. No, that's not.
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan
John
Majors. Same thing.
I think all those people from this wave are disgruntled for not being in 6 Marvel movies and all the money, so they're just pretty much done.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was a good Kang.
Yeah, he was fine. All right, guess what it's time for this late in the show?
Box office news.
Box office
Oh my God.
news.
Right.
Your favorite.
I
See, I
thought-
put it later on so you don't expect it. You don't see it coming.
Oh, now I'll see it coming. Watch my eyes.
Just about $94 million for the total weekend. Avatar, Fire and Ash, still in the #1 spot, $21.5 million. New movie Primate in its opening weekend.
Is that the
looks
Scary
interesting.
8 movie?
Yeah. 11.2 million, and Sydney Sweeney and The Housemaid hanging in there just under 11 million.
Sexy Sydney Sweeney movies.
Yep. So, not a great weekend, but not a lot of big new stuff. So,
Okay. All right. Little break. Back into now getting to some more movie news. I think you have more Marvel stuff.
yeah,
for us,
some more
right?
Marvel stuff. The Blade solo movie is officially canceled.
Called it. Never coming out.
Now, there are rumors again of this Midnight Suns movie that a Blade character, not Mahershala Ali, but a Blade
Who?
will be in
Sticky fingers.
a Midnight Suns movie down the road, and they're talking about making, people like Moon Knight.
I'm so sick of the Midnight
Blade.
Suns rumor. I feel like that's been going for 10 years now, the Midnight
has.
Suns
Yeah,
rumor.
But I mean, they announced Blade more than 10 years
Yeah.
ago now. So.
Don't get me wrong, I'd love a Midnight Suns movie.
I think they're just going to make those old Blade movies canon. Because they introduced Wesley Snipes and Deadpool.
You also introduced Man-Thing and Werewolf by Night, who also are involved in Midnight Suns.
And I'm pretty sure both of those characters were listed in the potential casting for this
yeah, I
movie.
mean, they're just sitting out there.
I hope so. I want Man-Thing.
One of the best Marvel things they've done in years was that, and they never did anything with it.
Yeah.
So does that make Wesley Snipes the oldest MCU character?
Yep.
Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sure does.
This new one, again, we've been hearing so much shit about the upcoming Brand New Day movie that comes out in July. And this new rumor, I had no idea this actually happened in the comics, but apparently it is based on a comic thing. So there are rumors that Tom Holland is going to develop organic web shooters throughout the course of the Brand New Day movie, and that by the end of it, he may actually mutate into Man-Spider.
That would be the dumbest fucking thing they could ever do.
And they're talking about how it's basically his mental state, the fact of how he's depressed because he lost, everybody, he's got nothing going on, and that the slow deterioration of his mental state is going to increase his mutation and turn him into something.
And that's
crazy.
how they did it in the comics, but it wasn't well received. Like it lasted like 2 issues, and then
nobody
they pivoted.
wants that.
He had the organic shoes. Remember he had the stingers? Those were like Wolverine claws that came out too.
Yeah.
Like,
somebody was saying that he's going to end up with 6 arms in this fucking movie.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And-
Six-armed Spider-Man's popular to show up every once in a while.
And so in the role with Rachel Summers, she's a telepath, that she pops in at some point as he's going through the mutation, and he ends up fighting. He attacks Grey Hulk or something.
Well, yeah.
And yeah, but she's the one that she's the one that talks him down out of his transformation, because you can't get through to him just talking to him because he's crazy. So she gets into his mind and brings him
This
back.
sound like something they don't need to do. Right
Brings him
now.
back to reality.
I hope they don't do this.
It's
Spider-Hulk all of a sudden.
it's just too much. This is supposed to be setting up Doomsday. We don't
Right.
need 6-armed mutant Tom Holland.
No,
Plus, they have so many people in that.
right?
There's so much stuff.
I mean, I wouldn't care if they if they explained the organic web shooters. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man had organic web shooters.
Yeah, but he was part of his mutation from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
And the Ultimate Spider-Man always had organic web shooters.
Yeah, and
To me, organic web shooters totally takes away from
His
the
scientist
science
side.
part of Peter, and the little things in there where you run out of webbing and he doesn't have any more, or breaks or something like that. That's part of the drum. So they just have an unlimited amount shooting out of your body.
Yeah.
You think that would run out faster?
yeah.
Think, how are you producing that much stuff? What are you producing it with in your body?
Jizz.
Totally jizz.
It all comes back to jizz.
It's always jizz.
And then there's a wild rumor out there that
This is
they've
pretty funny.
managed to keep secret this whole time, that Henry Cavill is playing the Beyonder, and he's going to be in
Hopefully he
both.
has this outfit on right now.
The disco white
That's,
costume.
that's the memes I've been seeing.
Yeah,
And
hopefully he has that disco outfit on.
he's going to be in both Doomsday and Secret Wars.
He really should be. The Beyonder is pretty important in both of those.
Well, yeah, he's the.
I want him to end up being like a character that could. I wouldn't mind the
You
whole
wanna be-
Captain Britain arc or the Hyperion thing or something like that. Beyonder, he's only going to. Well, unless he shows up from time to time, He does look like the Beyonder.
He does.
If you put him in that outfit right there, he does look like him. I'd love to be up there. I love the outfit.
I'd rather
I've
be
always
the
loved
Calverine and just call him that.
Yeah.
the Calverine.
Hyperion.
I'd rather see him as Hyperion.
Hyperion would be the funniest.
I think it would be really funny.
That'd be good.
Or Sentry. Give him. Well, they already cast Sentry. As you
Yeah.
said. Give him some blonde hair. Where are you going?
Go to the bathroom. Keep talking.
See you later. Ken's going home.
This new one I hadn't seen under DC. You're saying now ScarJo may be Poison Ivy, not
So yeah, I
Gilda
started
Dent?
some things different with that. Where they thought she was going to be Gilda Dent, like we talked about last week, with Sebastian Stan for real playing Harvey Dent and all that. But there's a new buzz going around for some shit that someone saw in a script and all this different shit like that. That it's going to be like a co-villain thing with her being Poison Ivy. I don't think there's any way in that universe that they build up to Poison Ivy makes any sense.
I agree. That seems like a very grounded, like...
It's a very grounded...
Serial killers.
Yeah. Her being Gilded Den or being Phantasm, which they first thought, works there.
Mm-hmm.
Killers, murderers, people that do crime, having somebody with fucking plants and all... Poison Ivy is a weird villain. It fits in comics, because it's all that shit, you know. But in movies, then you're going to end up like Uma Thurman, walking around kissing people with her little...
Yeah, if you're not going full-on supernatural for this universe, then Poison Ivy doesn't really work.
It's hard to make it work. It seems silly. Just like people were like, they're going to do Mr. Freeze, and he's like a killer that uses cold to kill people. I'm like,
That'd be hokey,
that's just
though.
Captain Cold.
Right.
You know, like,
Well, there's so many cold villains.
No, there's a
they're
ton
all
of cold
interchangeable,
villains
especially
in DC.
Yeah, I think that's too far-fetched for that world that they've already built.
Yeah, if they're going to go with the Gilded Den thing, the holiday story, all that, it would work out.
Because look how much they brought the Riddler down the street level.
Yeah.
As far like he always was, but even more so for this movie.
They made him a serial killer
Uh-huh.
instead of like, you know, the super genius type character.
Yeah.
I think this more is a gooner thing that people came out where they want to see her in the
Yeah.
Poison Ivy costumes.
And see her making out with Margot Robbie.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not the biggest Poison Ivy fan, honestly. One of my least favorite Batman villains. Although I haven't seen Absolute Poison Ivy yet. She's coming soon, so.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Moving on to Disney Star Wars. This one I actually heard about last week and I just skipped it, but I'm bringing it up this week just because
Slow news week?
Yeah. So they've been filming this Star Wars Starfighter movie starring
Ryan Gosling?
yeah, thank you, Ryan Gosling. And
They're
it's not supposed to be like centered on Jedi, but there are Jedi in it.
Of course there are.
And apparently Tom Cruise just was able to come on set and visit, and they were filming a lightsaber fight. And so Tom Cruise started giving the director notes, and they were like, just direct the scene, Tom. And so Tom Cruise directed a lightsaber scene for a lightsaber battle for this new Starfighter movie.
And then he makes a cameo.
Oh, I'm
hope so.
sure. If he was on set visiting,
Yeah.
he's in the movie in some capacity.
Who's visiting some random George Lucas studio?
I mean, actors, I've heard of actors doing that before. I mean, look at people like fucking Daniel Craig begged them to make a cameo, and so they put him in one of the stormtrooper outfits, and he was in, I think the Rian Johnson one. I think he was in.
The bad one.
And there've been a bunch that celebrities have reached out and they're like, you don't need to show my face. I just want to be in the movie in something.
NSYNC originally got killed by Order 66, but they cut it out of the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's true.
That's
Where were they
I
at?
hadn't
They
heard
were
that
as,
one.
like,
That's funny.
They were
They
Jedi. Like George Lucas's daughter was a big NSYNC fan, and he called him up and said, "Would you want to be in the movie?"
Timberlake, too?
Yeah, all 5 of them, I guess.
That's great.
I'm pretty sure that
And then he
actually
cut
happened. Yeah. Because he thought it was dumb after he filmed it.
Well, I mean, those 5 dudes all together getting killed in one scene, it's a little on the nose.
I would have loved it.
I don't know if there's even any footage of that anywhere, but I know I think he confirmed it.
That's funny.
So Tom Cruise is on the set. And he's like, I want to do a Jedi fight, but I forgot to bring my lifts and my shoes. So do you guys got any lifts around here so I don't look like a little short guy?
Can I find an Ewok?
Look like he's fighting an Ewok. Silly.
Yep.
Tom Cruise.
Moving on to...
What do you think happened to Ken? He was going to pee like 15 minutes ago.
I was waiting for him to come back so I could go pee.
You may want to wait a few minutes once he comes back.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to wait.
Yeah, I don't think he's
It's not
peeing.
that big of an
Should we
emergency.
pause or just keep going?
Just keep going. He's not going. He doesn't watch any of these things.
All right.
Yeah, so we got some Stranger Things news. Dawn, this is all you. I have not
So
watched
this
Stranger
is
Things.
really interesting. So the new episode that everybody thought last week, Conformity Gate, that we talked about,
It never happened.
they put out a behind-the-scenes special. It's like the making of season 6 or whatever it is. And in this making, they did nothing but piss more people off. So there's actually a scene where they're sitting in a writer's room, and
Table.
one of the writers says, "So is there no Demogorgons in this abyss?" And they're like, "No, just the Mind Flayer and Vecna." And he's like, "Shouldn't there be?" He's like, "That's where they come from. It's their home world. Shouldn't there be like thousands of them, millions of them?" And the one Duffer Brother's like, "Well, Vecna doesn't think he needs them, so they're just off somewhere else." He's like, "You wouldn't see them?" And this is one of their own writers. I'm like, and you recorded this and showed this to fans. So fans
They were already pissed off.
People were like, so even they knew. Then they showed that they were still writing this season while they started filming it. They built all these sets.
God.
They built all this stuff. They started making it, and the cast was like, "Well, how's this end?" And they were like, "Well, we haven't written that yet." So they're like filming the first part and had no idea what the rest of it is. Then there's a scene where one of the Duffer Brothers is writing, and you see his laptop. And on his laptop, on the scene where he's writing it, it's like a Word document or whatever, or a Google sheet, there's ChatGPT windows all open. And they showed this on Netflix. And all these people caught it and were like, what the fuck? Look at all the open AI windows. And they didn't say anything about it. No one caught it. No one edited it and caught it and was like, now, maybe they weren't using it to write. Maybe they had them open fact-checking stuff, you know.
Either that or, hey, how can we change the grammar of this to make...
Maybe they were saying things like, what kind of substance would do this, or what was that? But it looks really
it looks
bad
horrible.
when you see that, and then all these other people catch it. You would think whoever edited the documentary would be like, because they go right in on it. You can clearly see it.
You gotta wonder if the editor was trying to piss people off.
And you think they're like, oh shit, you don't put that in there. Edit that, clean that out so we don't show them that. So with all that going on, a new gate popped up called Divorce Gate.
Divorce?
Okay? Divorce.
Divorce gate?
Say it right, Brock. How do I say it?
Divorce.
Divorce Gate.
Divorce.
Divorce.
There you go.
There you go. Right? So,
We got a natural divorce.
there you go. First episode. So, Netflix, the Duffer Brothers, one of them was married to this lady. I don't have her name. I was trying to
I thought it
find
was
it.
divorce.
Leah Janiak. Okay?
Name sounds familiar.
So this is who he was married to. She apparently was a writer on seasons 1 through 4 of Stranger Things. All right? Don't look her up, because then you're not looking at me. So she was a writer on these seasons, and then they split. She actually did a show, and I don't know if has anybody ever watched the Fear Street movies on Netflix?
I
Yeah.
know them, but I've not watched them.
I watched a couple of
Which
them.
are apparently really good.
They were based on the R.L. Stein books.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
And everyone said they were really good. She directed these. She helped write the screenplays, and she directed. Sadie Sink, I think, actually
Yeah.
guest stars in one of them. And they say they're really good. Like, they're
I
much
saw
better.
the first 3. I don't know if there's more than 3, but they came out like COVID summer, I think.
So, she had anything to do with this last season of Stranger Things. And a lot of people think that that's why they think a lot of this story sucked, is because she's really the mastermind behind the original idea. The whole thing, putting it all together, was really her. They kind of rode her coattails. They split. And like, people breaking this down are like, look how she did Fear Street, these things she did. This is all her storytelling. It's very similar to Stranger Things with the plots and the way they character build. She's like, and you look at the way they did now, where they just completely forgot about people. I mean, we talked about it before. They forgot about the Mind Flayer till what, the last hour of the finale, when they finally go, oh, it's the Mind Flayer. And you're like, oh yeah, he was a big deal. Wasn't he the boss of all this shit? So there's a lot of that stuff going around, people talking about. It just gets worse and worse for these guys. For the Duffer Brothers.
That's what happens, like, when you keep giving these peeks behind the curtain. We don't need that.
You don't need it.
You're just asking for this kind of thing. People are going to interpret something that might be completely off base, but you're putting it out there.
We say it all the time. When you have to explain what your show was in interviews, it means
It wasn't a good show.
It's not a good show.
Right.
So just go, it's for your own interpretation. It's for your own interpretation. Now, they confirm in there, for the conformity gate people that still believe it, they say in there, they read the last line, and he closes the book and goes, that's the finale. So people are like, for you people are still thinking there's another episode on the 29th, there's not. Like, they're done. Now, I firmly believe this is not the end of their story. They are doing spin-offs, but you can't tell me in 5 to 10 years from now when these people aren't doing anything, they're not going to be like, hey, let's bring it back. What hasn't come back?
Right.
They haven't answered. Like they didn't say anyone was dead or finalize anything. They left it open for.
Yeah, everything's just fine. Eleven's still roaming around, possibly.
I like that they left it open to interpretation, though. Mm-hmm. I was fine with the finale. I know a lot of people hated it, but
I just wish they would have done some of that stuff better. There's some things I wish they would have done better.
There are a lot of characters that just didn't even get mentioned.
Yeah, a lot of people that didn't really matter. And he also, another thing that pissed everybody off is at the table read, he goes, at the last scene, he's like, wow, there's a lot of you here. We should have killed some of you off earlier. And they all laugh. And I'm like, yeah, you should have.
Yeah.
Sacrifices would have meant more in
especially
scenes.
ones that you had, like Murray didn't show up again after.
Well, you remember Murray's scene at the end where he's like, I got to do something. He takes that bomb, and you're like, Murray's going to kill himself to save Eleven and Hopper. Like, this is what's going to happen. And he just throws it, and he's fine. And then he's not even in the last scene. You're like, what was...
Maybe he really died there.
He should have died, and it would have made more sense, you know? Like, it should have
especially
done...
if you didn't have an ending for him.
Yeah. So...
And then you don't see what happened with... what's the girlfriend's name that was protecting Max? Like the government's closing in on that.
Oh yeah, her girlfriend.
Yeah.
She was.
She dead?
You know what happened with her? Yeah. And the government stuff. Their answer to that, where they were like, "Why was no one in trouble for killing soldiers and everything that they did?" And they were like, well, it was 18 months later. They kind of just let it go. And they're like, that's not a good answer. These people wrecked your entire government plan, your secret plan to like get the superpower.
Nancy and Hopper were mowing down U.S.
They
soldiers.
shot and killed soldiers and did all these things and ruined your plan. You mean to tell me this lady who, the chick from Terminator, right?
Linda Hamilton.
Linda Hamilton. She was such an evil person to like want to do all this stuff. She just was like, it's fine, guys. She'd have been like, you're all in fucking jail for the rest of your life. We're taking you all back and killing all you. And then they give Hopper his job back.
Just like nothing happened.
Like nothing happened. The guy's been dead for like 2 years. There's not a current police chief was like, oh, I lose my job. Hop's back. So there's a lot of dumb shit like that. It just really throws you. But anyway, I promise next week no Stranger Things news.
All right. Yeah, right.
And Ken, give me a piece of that cookie. It looks good.
On... More Netflix stuff. The latest trailer for One Piece live action season 2 dropped this week. It looked great. I'm so excited about it.
It did look really good
too.
It looked really good.
The characters look good. I mean, there's a few things that look a little off, but like I'm not a super big fan of the way they've got Smoker look, but whatever. I'm assuming that there's going to be some CGI that he's going to look a little different anyway. But everything else looks amazing. I'm super excited for this episode, or this season.
The thing I say all the time about this show, because I went and watched a couple of their behind-the-scenes videos, is how I've never seen a cast so dedicated to being these people.
Yeah.
Like the fact that, you know, Sanji learned how to cook in real life and still is training to be a cook, even though he's a martial artist with the kicking and all that. I saw a video of him working with this chef, learning how to prepare salmon and make sushi and all this. You know, the dedication they have to that just makes me like them all that much.
Oh yeah,
more.
yeah.
They are a great cast.
And then of course we're back to the stupid fucking why is Vivi black?
People have said that.
Yes, people are.
I haven't seen that at all.
People are upset about her casting, and it's fucking stupid. And I hate.
Is she black or is she?
No, she's
Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern, I believe. No, she's Indian. The character's supposed to be Middle Eastern-esque.
Yeah, they go to a Middle Eastern island.
Yeah, but
she's people white. Well, she's white. I don't even know if she's white in the anime. She's just blue hair and light skin.
It's all of Oda's characters, whether almost no matter what race they are, except for with a few exceptions. All of the characters are white presenting.
Even the Asian characters all are
and so
that's an anime thing.
Yeah,
but
it's always been that way.
The creator himself has gone on record of what country characters in his manga are from. And they cast based on those descriptions.
And even Usopp, who's black, is very light skinned.
So, he signed off. He gave the final sign off on all of the actors that were picked for these roles, and people are still out there bitching and complaining about it. And it angers me because it's just a bunch of racist assholes.
Well, I guess I don't read comments. I don't read a lot of comments anymore because people are jerks. She has blue hair, and she's good looking.
Uh-huh.
So that kind of qualifies Vivi for me because I love Vivi. So.
Yeah.
I think their casting is great.
I do too.
I think the casting has been phenomenal. I'm so excited for it. I can't wait for it to come. It's been so long.
March 10th.
Yes.
Almost there.
I still never finished the first season.
I know. I can't believe it after all this time.
It's good.
It is good. I've shown it to so many people that are like, I don't want to watch that. And then they're like, I love that. I showed it to my sister. It was like
that shows how I got my mom to watch 1,100 episodes.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get any of my family to watch 1,100 episodes. Yeah. Season 1.
Season 1. You just watch season 1. Yeah, it's no big deal.
Let's watch season 1. It's 1,200 episodes.
And then we had the Golden Globes this last weekend. K-pop Demon Hunters won Best Animated Movie.
Mm-hmm. Best original song.
Did The Rock win anything at the Golden Globes?
I don't think so.
No, people were actually talking about a snub, which surprises me when The Rock is in that type of conversation. But yeah,
I saw some clip of Leonardo DiCaprio making fun of somebody for not knowing. See that thing or whatever that was? He's like, K-pop, the Demon Hunter. And he's like, who's he talking to?
I can't remember. It came out who he was talking about. One of the morning shows that Mom watches, they were talking about that. Yeah. And it came out about who he was.
Did you watch the Golden Globes at all? No. You used to be a big award show guy. That used to be your thing.
I did.
I didn't even know it was on. Well, football was on. I wasn't paying attention to anything at that time. Who was the host?
The blonde comedian.
The good-looking girl.
Was she any good? I didn't see any of her stuff.
You know who. She was all right. She's harsh. She's a roast comedian, so she can
the good-looking chick.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Well, yeah. I know you said it, but it you could say good-looking girl, but the good-looking comedian girl.
Nikki Glaser.
And
she there were a couple punches where I was like, oh shit! But the person
took a shot at CBS.
But the person laughed, and it wasn't like it was a genuine. Oh, that was funny. So, but I don't know, man. I wouldn't want to be on the opposite end of a roast from her.
What won movie of the year? If you don't know, you don't have to look.
No, I've got it up. Best Picture Drama. I have never heard of Hamnet. I've never heard of it.
Is that like Hamlet, but they forgot a couple letters in it?
No,
Hamnet.
Hamnet. It was directed by Chloe Zhao, who won the Oscar prior to directing Eternals.
Who won Best Actor?
Hold on. Best
Hamnet.
They have all kinds of different categories.
Best musical. In this one, I don't get either, unless it was a comedy, but I didn't think it was. Best musical or comedy was One Battle After Another, which is that Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Did Wicked win a bunch of shit?
I don't think so. K-pop Demon Hunters won Best Animated over Demon Slayer, Elio, Little Amelie, and Zootopia 2. So K-pop, that was a big win for K-pop Demon Hunters. That's non-English. Female actor drama was Jessie Buckley for Hamnet.
This Hamnet movie.
I just think it's a guy that's stranded on an island. He's got a lot of pigs. He's like, how many get these fish? I gotta make a net out of him.
Male actor, The Rock. I didn't even realize The Rock did get nominated. But the winner was
Pass me The Rock.
Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent.
Yep, it's a good movie.
Is it?
Never heard of it.
No.
Never heard of it.
But Michael B. Jordan got nominated for Sinners. Joel Edgerton for Train Dreams, and The Rock for The
Was
Smash
Superman
Edition.
nominated for anything?
I don't
I don't think.
I heard people saying that should get nominated for an Oscar. I was like, for what? Sucking real bad?
Female actor in a musical or comedy, Rose Byrne from If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
I mean, I don't even know what any of these are. I've never even heard of these.
I'm sorry, but the movie sounds amazing.
Timothy Chalamet won for that Marty Supreme.
I don't know what that is.
It's a movie about...
Doesn't he date a Kardashian?
Yeah. It's a movie about ping pong, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
We're just out of touch.
Yeah, I mean, we really are. I don't understand any of half this shit. But hey, good for them. Mm-hmm. Is this TV awards too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's podcasts too.
Is there?
Yeah, and that was another thing. A lot of people were angry because a bunch of the quote-unquote big categories got cut from the TV broadcast, and so people were all up in arms. These award shows, I mean, we saw, what is it, 2029, I think? Or maybe 2027, that the Oscars is going exclusively to YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I don't think anyone watches it anymore. And then it was on during playoff football, which
Yeah, that was a
millions
dumb
of
move.
people were watching that instead.
Yeah.
Well, I think that there's a demographic that they're like,
For it.
Yeah, if you look at who won everything.
Yeah. I used to always see those videos where, like, the women would get together and drink wine and watch the Oscars.
We should do that
instead
for
of
the
football.
Oscars. We should have an Oscars party.
I think more women
Broadcast
watch
live.
sports now, actually, than not.
Moving into Disney Plus and Hulu, this one I am tentatively excited about. Disney is working on a series remake of the movie Aragon. That movie was based on a book by an author, Christopher Paolini, who wrote this book when he was 15.
What is Aragon?
Hamnet.
You scared the fuck out of me.
It's
Is that Lord of the Rings?
It's a dragon.
it's
No,
sword and
it's a dragon.
sorcery dragons.
Oh,
But the kid the
You're
kid
thinking
that
of
wrote
Aragorn.
it,
okay.
the kid that wrote it was, when he wrote the book, he was only 15 years old. His parents helped him self-publish it, and then after it got, I think a year or two went by of them self-publishing, a major publisher came in and picked it up, and he was a New York Times best-selling author at 19 because of this book. They made a movie about it, had a really good cast, but the movie was fucking awful.
How long ago did it come out?
It wasn't that old, was it?
It's mid-2000s.
I never saw it, but I remember seeing
Sean
it
Connery.
advertised.
2002.
Really? That was that long ago?
That long ago. No, I'm sorry, 2006.
Still.
The original book
Oh,
was
I remember this
published
movie.
in 2001 or 2003 or something like that.
I think I've seen this movie.
It's fucking
It sucks.
awful.
Yeah.
So Disney now owns the rights. They are working on a series to adapt it. This has a lot of potential. For a young kid, this book was phenomenal. And there's, I think, 5 books in the series overall. But I hope Disney can do this justice, because I really enjoyed the books. So I would love to see a good adaptation of it for either movie or TV.
All right.
In the Max side of the house, apparently the Jon Snow Game of Thrones sequel is officially dead, and the Arya Stark sequel may be back in production.
That guy who plays Jon Snow can't catch a fucking break. He's gonna be Black Knight in the MCU.
Maybe he didn't mope around in every role we played.
Yeah, he's gonna be Black Knight. That got
Sad
canceled.
Black Knight,
He's
sad Jon Snow.
Coming back as Jon Snow. That got fucking canceled.
I heard he didn't want anything to do with it anymore.
I think there was some of that
With what?
he wasn't interested in really coming back as Jon Snow.
Game
done.
of Thrones. Yeah, give him a few more years. When
But-
he can't get any more roles, and he'll come back.
The story ideas that I heard for the Arya Stark sequel could be cool. I think I'm kind of done with that world. I
think
just
people
don't
are
care.
too. Yeah, it's getting to be that way. I'll still watch House of the
Maybe when he
Dragon.
finishes the books, they'll do the real final season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving to Amazon Prime, we have the actual actor that's going to play Kratos in the God of War series, Ryan Hurst, who actually did the voice of Thor in God of War Ragnarok.
He's from Sons of Anarchy. He's that big
Yeah.
dude Opie in Sons of Anarchy. He's a good actor.
Yeah, so
He's a big dude.
it'll be cool.
That franchise has a lot of fun lore. I think that could be a
Yeah.
good film franchise.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you were on when we talked about it in a little more detail. They're doing the Norse storyline, not the Greek storyline.
Okay.
Because apparently their writers' room got together and they said,
It's been done to death.
they're like, yeah, we get that that's the original story, but we think this will make for better TV. So, because it'll have his son,
Yeah.
it'll be the gods that people I think are more socially aware of. A lot of people don't know Jupiter and Hermes. Like, they've heard of them, but they don't understand that pantheon. Everybody knows who Odin and Thor. And now the problem they may have is people getting confused with the fucking.
Is this a Marvel movie?
But yeah, so somebody from within knows the material, so that's cool.
Cool.
I didn't have anything specific for anime, but it's early anime season. A lot of stuff is starting to come back. The first episode for season 3, part 2 of Fire Force, I think.
I'll wait till that all comes out before I watch it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. The next episode of Fire Force is out and available.
I'm still watching Gargoyles. I'm busy.
The dub was available day 1. There was no delay. So
good.
I kind of hope they do that with the new seasons of One Piece when the new season comes back. I'm not going to hold my breath, but that's my
Hold
hope.
your breath would die.
Hold your breath.
Will Smith show.
Well, I was watching. Me and Sarah watch Hell's Kitchen on Fox. That's her thing that we like to watch together. That we watched that and Welcome to Derry. Still trying to finish that up.
Welcome to.
There's an advertisement for a show coming out on Fox this spring where it's Will Smith travels around and goes on adventures.
It took him like 5 years to make this show.
And I'm like, who's gonna watch this?
Not now.
People don't like him to begin with, and now he's doing that. I mean, I know he has that in the works, and he's supposedly making a sequel to I Am Legend with Michael B. Jordan,
That's supposed to be coming at some point.
which you have to go and watch the special
alternate
ending because it's a continuation of the alternate ending, not off the real ending.
Yeah.
Is that the one where they grab their
Their woman,
and then they leave?
and then he gives her a shot that cures her,
Okay.
takes her pain away, and then they leave.
He escapes instead of blowing himself up.
Well, the monsters all leave. The boss makes them back away, and they all leave, and then he stays with them. And it's supposed to be that he cures them. He spreads the cure around. So I don't know who the antagonist is of the next one, but I always liked I Am Legend. I thought that was a good movie.
Well, it was.
Had the Batman Superman logo in it.
Did
Before that movie was ever announced.
before it was even a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they used the
The comic logo.
the comic logos. Yeah, cool.
Cool.
Anything else in TV or streaming?
No.
Little video game news. So there's a new game that just released today.
It's a little video.
Yesterday.
It's a Tamagotchi.
Yesterday? I don't know. It released this week. But the game has been in development for 8 or 9 years. It was one guy and a couple friends that were coding this game. It's very Minecraft-esque.
Okay.
But it's got a lot more there's a lot more animation to it. The base game graphics are a little better. It's got some more lore and fighting systems than Minecraft does. It's supposed to be more like an RPG than it is a Minecraft sandbox game. But anyway, there's kind of an interesting story behind this game because it got too big that he wasn't going to be able to do much with it. And Riot Games came in and bought it. Did nothing. They bought it, I think in 2020 is when Riot bought the rights to Hytale. And they were supposedly been developing it, and it got announced either late in 2023 or early 2024 that they were done. They're like, we can't fulfill this vision. Hytale's dead. Well, it came about this is just a few months ago, maybe 6 months ago. The original owner and developer convinced Riot to sell it back to him. And he has been working on it, trying to get it ready for players. And they just released it in early access this week.
Did you try it?
I picked it up. The early access was $19.99. So I picked it up.
Like one lap dance.
I've played way less than a lap dance.
Yeah.
I played a couple hours. It's fun. It's very Minecraft-esque. The keybinds are different and the mechanics are
What was that
different.
word you said? The key what?
Keybinds.
Did you know that word? I've never heard that word before. What's a keybind?
What
Console gamers.
what keys you press to do certain actions.
Like key combinations, keybinds.
But it's
Key limes. Key
it's,
lime
it's
pies.
different than Minecraft. So it's a little difficult for me to get. I die a lot. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
But it's fun, and it's just an interesting story that it was sold to a major studio. They were like, "Fuck this, we're not doing anything with it," and they were reasonable enough to sell it back to the original creator, and he's actually going to do something with it. So
Cool.
yeah.
Good.
I forgot up in Amazon. Is there new episodes of Fallout out? Have you been watching that?
I haven't been watching. I'm waiting for everything to come out, and then I'm going to watch it all at one time.
Yeah, I haven't started it either.
I didn't realize it had released yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing once a week, and our household can't handle that.
Has anybody watched The Mighty Nine yet?
No,
All right. So as
I
long
keep
as,
forgetting it's out
as
there.
long as you haven't watched it, then I'm still okay. Just watch it in the car.
Keep forgetting it's out there.
Okay. Toy news. Super 7 figured out that I have finally come to terms with my Thundercat shelf and said we're going to fuck completely with Dawn, and now they're making Tiger Sharks. They did the announcement trailer for it with the fin and all that, and now it's fucked, and I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to get them all. Hopefully they release them at least the main team and then the villain. I mean, there's a lot of I don't know if anybody.
Yeah, they're going to leave one off the main team for the second wave.
Yeah,
That's what they always do.
The main wave will probably be 4, so I imagine they'll do the main character, which is Mako, the bad guy, which was T-Ray. I hope they don't do that weird. Does anybody remember this show where they had like evil like pirates?
Yeah.
They were like crustaceans and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't want them. They'll probably do the girl, but yeah, they're going to take a while to get the rest of the people. I don't know if I'll buy the little kids. Like them, I don't like as much as like Wily Cat and Kit and Copper Kid. They were like, one was like a little angel fish. Tiger Sharks, there wasn't a lot of it, but I loved it. There wasn't a lot of episodes of it, but I loved it.
I don't remember the show at all.
It's just the third one. It was land, sea, land, air, then sea. It was Thundercats.
Silverhawks was the air.
Silverhawks was the air.
Duh.
I
I don't really remember much of that one either, though.
This is what they refer to as the Rankin Bass universe.
Okay.
Because Rankin Bass owned them. They owned the toy line. They owned that. No, the toy line was... who was the toy line, bro? Was it LJN that did Thundercats?
Yeah, they did Thundercats.
Originally?
Yeah, but I don't know who did Silverhawks.
Well, they was the same one. They were all the same line because they were all the same. They
They were not the same size.
weren't the same size, but I
No,
thought
the
they...
Silverhawks were chintzy.
Yeah.
They were small and
Yeah.
shitty. The original Thundercats
I remember
were
all
big.
mine broke.
But in the 2011 Thundercat universe movie, when they show this one like hub scene where like there's Thundercats at this hub, there's Tiger Shark people there and there's Silverhawks people there. So they're all in the same universe. So I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. So I got a while to think about it. So
I love how much anxiety it gave you because you have to redo your
well, sometimes I think I get ideally what I want. I've been wanting to do the.
Take these He-Man guys down.
I like my He-Man guys.
They don't fit with the rest of the universe. Sorry, I'm facing away from the microphone.
It'll be fine. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm excited for it. We'll see what they come out. You notice they never finished that D&D Super 7. They released Hank and Sheila and then never anybody else.
Yeah,
they
that-
never did anything
I
else.
guess Hasbro went and did their own.
Super 7
Well, the
is
Hasbro
worst.
ones were out before.
Were they?
Because I had bought all the Hasbro ones, and then I saw those, and I'm like, well, I'm going to put these on my pre-order. And then I took them off because I was like, I saw that, like, they're done with it. I'm not buying 2 of them to not have all of them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you're not going to complete the wave, I'm not buying anymore.
Right, especially when somebody else already did them.
Which line, because you finally got your Venger, which line did the Venger
I
figure?
don't even like my Venger. He came from Hasbro. He's small.
Okay.
I wanted the Super 7 Venger. They never made it.
you had a big
That was the one they were supposed to release him with his horse, which would have been huge.
Yeah.
They did Tiamat for $350 because it's a solid block of fucking dragon. I don't know who bought that. That thing never came down in price. Super 7 sells a lot on... Like, Big Bad will have a lot on sale. They've never dropped the price on those D&D
They probably
ones.
paid out the ass for those
Yeah.
just to sell them.
Yeah, you can buy the Silverhawks
Because
off
those
for like
Ultimate
$20.
figures, they're made to order. Like, they only make enough. Like, there's no back stock of them anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, if you want those the Super 7 Bat figure, it's $12 on their website right now.
I have one of the Super 7 Bat figures.
Do you have a Super 7 Bat? Yeah, those are, I mean, they're nice. They have a bunch of them on sale.
I have like the light blue one or something.
Super 7s, they make cool stuff, but
They're still making G.I. Joes like crazy.
I don't know how they do it. They get all these licenses from other toy companies who are currently doing the same figures.
Now they're releasing a whole wave of like winter G.I. Joes. Like Lady J and Flint in their winter outfits from one episode. But no snow job. Like, how do you not do snow job but you're doing everybody else?
Freaking
Super
Snapchat.
7.
I
They
saw,
make me mad with their reaction figures now being $25. They used to be
Yeah,
$10. They
those
used to
are
be
ridiculous.
$8.99. I remember Stewart from not Stewart. What was our Diamond rep? These are gonna be the next Funko Pops.
yeah,
They're $8.99. People are gonna buy them up. We're gonna
another
make them for
$22 a
everything.
fucking figure. They're the same price as what Marvel Legends used to be.
But they're 3 3/4 inch, 5 points of articulation.
Yeah, on a card with the artwork.
So dumb.
I'm in this one G.I. Joe classified group on Facebook because I'm in a lot of those kind of things. And there's a guy on there that started using whatever AI tool does where he makes concept art of like classified figures coming out. And it's so cool, like some of the ones he does, because he'll do like the fridge and it'll be like, here's what he comes with and all that. He did Rambo. And like Forrest Gump as a G.I. Joe and all
I saw
that.
that.
I think it's good. Other people want to get so angry about it. I'm going to leave this group. We're going to do all this fucking AI shit in here. And I'm like, why do you get so angry
Some people get really mad about it.
about this? Like, he's not selling anything.
No.
It's a group about toys. He's going, would have been nice. It's the same thing when people go, boy, I wish they would make, a Galopulus figure. Everybody goes, yeah, that would be great. And someone draws it. Like, the guy just did an AI render of it. It's not that big of a deal. But I got into a gigantic war in one of these groups over the weekend.
Imagine that.
Where
Surprise, surprise.
this G.I. Joe group, this guy, he would post pictures of like all this G.I. Joe classified shit that he got at like Ross and different places. So like the G.I. Joe Cobra Snake armor comes in a box about this big.
Okay.
It was like a special it was a Hasbro pre-order only thing. I never bought one. He had 18 of them on a table. And he's like, look at this flex. Look how many I have or whatever. So a few weeks ago, a little bit of backstory, he went to Ross one day and he found the Jinx figure from G.I. Joe, the Ninja. And he bought 20 of them. And I was like, what fucking Ross had 20 Jinxes? So I said, why do you need 20 Jinxes? He's like, I army build, douchebag. And I was like, you're army building one figure? It's not like it's a Cobra soldier and you're army
Jinx is a
building.
named character.
I said, it's one character. I said, you're a scalper is what you are. And people were saying things in there, and he kept saying, I'm not. I have, I buy this. I said, then let me see your setup. I'd love to see these armies that you have. So he sent me a video of he opened up his bedroom door, and it was like a fucking warehouse of like hiss tanks,
All in boxes.
rattlers, the HasLab rattlers, all this stuff. I said, thank you for proving my point. I said, you're a scalper. You either have a store. I said, you either have a brick and mortar store or an online store. You scalp, because there's no way there's this isn't a setup. This isn't a collection. This is you storing things.
This is a collection.
So he goes this weekend and he shows this thing and he's like, watch me get all these haters mad. Look at this Ultimate Flex, 17 snake armors. If you have more than that, dare me, I'll go buy more. And this guy was like, fuck you, and you're and all mad. And so I commented. Well, before I commented, he said, you and Don Biordi, and he tags me. He's like, are both jealous of my stash. He's like, wait till he comes in these comments. And I said, you asked? Here I am. And I said, he totally is. He's trying to get people to engage. He's a scalper. He's not anything else. And this guy sends me this message, and his name was Cobra Commander 82 was his Facebook page. And he goes, Dawn, this is Cobra Commander speaking. Your commander. How dare you question the might of Cobra and what Eric does. He had this big long diatribe of thing I typed, and he goes, you're a pathetic pussy who probably has a small dick, and that's why you get upset. He's like, so your commander says, keep your small dick in your pants and shut up about Eric's collection because he's a true warrior, you're not. And I said, hi, Cobra Commander. I said, hell, Cobra. And then I kind of let him have it. I said, you're a fucking goof. This guy's a fucking goof. And I was like, there's none of this going on. He's just a scalper, because there's no reason you need all of those. No. You don't army build 25 flints. What are you doing with 25 flints? You know what I mean? And I had all these people, and then it just blew up. Everybody was talking and all that. And I said, look, you can end this with one thing. Show me your dioramas with all these Army builds. Let's see what it looks like. Because all I see is a warehouse full of shit that you're selling somewhere.
Ridiculous.
So that's me and my G.I. Joe uncensored group. It's a good time in the uncensored group.
Yeah.
Other toy stuff. Has anybody ever heard of Mattel Creations?
Yeah.
I just discovered them recently, and they were having a sale on a lot of these things where I got that Mossman figure from. But they have other stuff out there, too, for other toy lines, where they basically make stuff that's only available on the web and not in stores.
Little people out the wazoo on there.
Yeah.
And they're only available, like, there. It's a pretty cool site.
Yeah, they make little people for everything now. It's getting as bad as Funko Pops.
Is it? Hey.
But they're little people, so they're cooler.
Yeah.
They're cooler.
I used to buy those collector sets for my kids, and then they just don't care who they are. So
I almost bought the Motu Origins She-Ra figure that comes with her horse because it was on sale for $25, it down from $40. And I was like, I don't know where to fucking put that horse. It's huge. It is really, it's a beautiful, the box is what gets me. Like, that Mossman box art is great. And, like, the She-Ra one's really great. They really go all out for it. I'm excited for Mattel to get this DC line. I'm curious as what they're going to do with it.
they had it before.
Yeah. Well, they put out an announcement that it said Wave 1 is coming and they're 6.25 inches. And they were like, it's Batman, Superman, Robin, and the Joker. And people are like, why is that all they're doing or whatever? It turned out it was their, like, kid line. So it's not like the adult collecting line. Because then people were like, look at what the price says. The price said $13.
Yeah.
Like, these are those, like, mid-range kids' toys is what they're doing there. This isn't for you adults to collect. Like, that they haven't announced yet. They're saying you won't even see it till 2027. So I don't know what McFarlane's doing for the rest of the year. Yeah.
Well, Playmates aren't doing them all in 2027, so.
Yeah, that's a huge. I don't know what Playmates is going to. I guess they got Power Rangers now, but without a Power Rangers show, I mean, how popular is that going to be?
I don't know. Until they bring it back.
There's a lot of rumblings about what the direction Disney's taking it.
So are they not doing any Super Sentai stuff anymore?
Super Sentai's done.
That ended.
That's
like General Hospital coming to an end over there.
The last season of Power Rangers was all done in the States, and it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Everything was computer animated.
I'm sure eventually they'll go back to Mighty Morphin.
That's the rumor.
They should just animate it at this point.
It's going to be a Disney Plus live action show.
Yeah, I don't know why they even
I forget
bothered.
whoever did Percy Jackson is doing it.
Edge.
Yeah.
You don't like it?
I always thought that it would be better in an animated format.
I think so too. I think they should animate the Boom comics because those are very well received.
Those do really well. Yeah. I mean, they have a resurgence of the toy line out.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot on shelves. Playmates, there's the Megazords, there's figures with the flopping heads and all that stuff. That's all Playmates, right? Yeah, it's out there. I mean, you go down a toy aisle now at Target or Walmart, you'd swear it was the 90s.
Yeah, it's the same stuff.
It's Turtles, Power Rangers, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, G.I. Joe, Transformers, He-Man. It's like, obviously nothing else ever came in that was effective enough to stand the test of time. Wrestling figures. It's the same thing from the 80s and 90s. It hasn't changed at all. No one was ever able to come up with another toy line that stuck.
It's true.
The people were like, look, that's
Pokemon.
There. Yeah, that was what, 80s, right?
90s. That's their 30th anniversary this year.
It's old. There's nothing you can think of that came out in the 2000s that stuck.
What's the balls? The tops? The tops.
Beyblade?
Beyblades.
Gayblade?
Whoa.
Beyblade. Are they still out?
Yeah, they still make them.
Minecraft still has a big toy presence.
Minecraft is probably something that has been big. Yeah. Minecraft is good.
That's about it. That's all I can really think of something that's
But
stuck.
nothing you saw that was based off of a cartoon that became popular, that became a toy line. You know.
Well, one problem is they just keep redoing the old shows.
Yeah.
And Copa.
Yeah. Yep.
You're not allowed to make shows just to promote a toy line anymore.
Nope.
Dumb.
All right. Moving on, we got some comic book news. Over here, DCKO 3 came out.
Did that bear guy show up yet?
The bear guy isn't in it yet. So this round for the final 8, what they end up doing in it, and we'll do some spoilers for it, is they made it tag teams.
Oh boy.
So
Tag team.
if
back
you
again.
were, let's say you're Superman, you can choose anybody that is no longer there as your partner. You can choose whoever you want as a partner. So Wonder Woman chose Big Barda. Guy Gardner chose Hal Jordan. Superman chose Shazam, which I thought was an interesting twist. He wanted him there for his magic abilities and all that. Aquaman chose Hawkman. Lex Luthor chose Supergirl, who ended up turning on him, which was funny. Cyborg chose Connor Hawk Green Arrow, which was a weird one.
Is he powered now?
Connor Hawk?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But Cyborg powered him with his nanobots and then took his martial arts training, and they were they got their asses kicked by Barda and Wonder Woman. Now, the funny one was Joker showed up to fight, who were they fighting? Joker was fighting Zatanna, who chose Constantine as her partner.
Okay.
Joker showed up, and he originally appeared with the Batman Who Laughs.
Okay.
And he was like, this guy's a real hoot. He laughs more than me. And then Constantine was like, I'm not sensing any dark multiverse energy. And he's like, I'm sensing something weird. So it turned out it was Mr. Mitzelflick. And he covered Joker in like a weird armor. And he had his head as like a staff. And they kicked the shit out of Zatanna and Constantine.
Was that King Joker where he had the staff?
He turned into King Joker.
Okay.
Yeah. So this
They
is how
played
Joker...
an episode.
This is how Joker got over to the next round.
Okay.
Was through that. Superman, the Lanterns were going to synthesize a kryptonite to take down Superman, which would weaken him but not kill him. So he had Billy give him the Shazam power, which there's a picture of it in there, and it was pretty cool. So because he could share his ability, so the kryptonite didn't bother them, then he kicked the shit out of the two of them. But Barda and then their partners went away after they did. So the final 4 now is Lex versus Superman and Wonder Woman versus Joker.
Of course.
Now before they do that, Darkseid shows up at the end in Booster Gold's outfit and says, before you go in the next round, you have a battle here. And he showed up with Absolute Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. So it's Darkseid, Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman, and Absolute Wonder Woman against the 4 of them. So, how that pairs up, I don't know. I'd imagine probably Superman versus the Darkseid version. Ultimate, Absolute Batman probably versus Joker.
Wonder Woman versus Wonder
Woman.
Woman.
Wonder Woman, then maybe Absolute Superman versus Lex. So they're doing that. Which the cover was pretty cool at the end when they showed them, like, with the Absolute people. They're kind of, like, twisted at the end. They're like, Darkseid possessed them or whatever. So... they're doing that next before they get into the final 4 of it. So remember we did that bracket thing in the beginning?
Yeah.
We did that? This is where we're at with it. So Justin, together you got 14 points. Because you get points per victory. You were completely out on the right side. Like you had Swamp Thing going all the way. And you had him fighting Metamorpho. They all died. So you were completely out of that side there. You have 2 of the final 4. You have Superman and Lex. And you have Lex winning it. Brock
I had Lex winning?
Did Lex winning.
Wow.
Brock has 13 points, and he only has Superman left. His final 4, he had Superman, the Demon, Swamp Thing, and Metamorpho. I was in the lead with 17 points, and I have Superman, Lex, and Wonder Woman still standing. Which I thought that was interesting. And there you go. So that's DCKO. That's where we're at with all that. This issue was a lot better. I like the tag team aspect of it. I still don't know where the Bear and the rest of them
Sub-Zero.
are coming into. I imagine that's going to be something for the end, but I don't know. But the fighting stuff and King Joe, it just annoys me that Joker's made it this far. Of course he's made it this far. You know. I still don't think he beats Wonder Woman. I still think the final is Superman versus Wonder Woman. It kind of seems like that's where they're going, but we'll see. Let's talk sports now. So the NFL playoffs were last week, and the Bills advanced. Yay! The Jags. The Bears had maybe one of the craziest games I've ever witnessed in my life, beating the Packers. I went through it in that game. I watched the first half Saturday night with Saber upstairs. And after the half ended, I said, fuck, I'm not watching anymore. It's fucking shit. And I was annoyed. I went downstairs. I put the Royal Rumble on the TV. And what I've been doing this season with Bears games is when I can't watch it anymore, I'll go to like TikTok Live and I follow a guy that's watching it and he reacts to it. So I'm in an area with a bunch of complaining Bears fans. So there was like 200 people in this chat and everyone's like, this fucking blows. This fucking... So I'm just listening to him and he's like, we got a field goal. And he's like, we got another field goal, And then they start that comeback. And now I'm like, do I turn the TV on and jinx it? Because I think you get like that sometimes.
I do, very
when you
much
shut
so.
it off, I'm like, I'm not turning it on. Like, I'm going to just keep listening to it here. Because I'm recording it. I can go back and live it. And they had a crazy comeback. I mean...
A lot of people saying that one throw that Caleb made, running to his left, throwing off his, and just that pat. They're like, that's the greatest pass I've ever seen.
He was in air when he threw it.
Yeah,
and it made like sort of a Jordan Jumpman kind of thing when he did. He threw it to Adunze for a 4th and 15, where they thought the game was over, and it was crazy. I mean, the score, it was so much to go through at the end, but then I had to go back and like watch it and do all that. But it was a great win. They've moved on. The Steelers, however, did not.
No.
What did you think of that game with Houston?
Embarrassing.
Well, the first half wasn't bad until we let them go 92 yards and they just ran it the second. Once they passed the 50-yard line, they just ran over us. We got tired.
They did.
That's why, kind of going to what's going on now with Tomlin leaving. I want them to trade T.J. Watt. I
think T.J. Watt looked horrible in that game.
Yeah.
He wasn't
He's
even
overrated.
there.
He's getting older. I don't think Cam Hayward is overrated. He bothers me. There's not too many people on the Steelers defense that I think that we need to keep. I think that Joey Porter Jr., when they keep talking about his stats where he's been on the field for so long where no touchdowns occurred, then all of a sudden they let up like how many? I think he's overrated. I think our whole defense.
I think Aaron Rodgers was really bad in that game.
I think so too.
And not just from like he showed his age in that game.
Yes.
There were so many plays. Now, like, comparing it watching the Bears game, you watch Caleb play, like, I don't think Caleb's on the list of, like, greatness or whatever, but he's getting better. But the way he escapes and extends plays, that used to be Aaron.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are so many times where you would see, and there I'm like, old Rodgers, and they even said it, old Rodgers would have ran for that first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Old Rodgers would have got 20 yards on them in that play. And he's like kind of scared to run. He slows down. He gets caught from behind.
Yeah.
He's throwing it over people's heads.
And he gets so angry.
And he's yelling at everybody that they're running the wrong route. And I'm like, that ball was near nobody. And they can't. People that are like, maybe they'll bring him back for another year. Why?
He won't come back because he came to play with Mike Tomlin.
Uh-huh.
So
He can go to Minnesota for a year.
he's retiring. I think
Yeah.
I think he realized the game passed him by.
Yeah.
Which, whatever, it is what it is.
So yeah, then I don't think Tomlin was fired. They said he resigned, but that was probably a mutual.
They said that, from what the owner said, that he went into it to start talking about next year, and he said he's like, I'm stepping down, which is nice for two things. Number one, he is still under contract with us for
trade him.
We have rights to him for a year.
Yeah.
So at any time in the future, if he wants to play somewhere else, they got to give us compensation for it.
For a year.
Well, no, if he still has a year left on his contract.
Okay. So even if he doesn't do anything for 4 years,
Yeah.
if he tries to go somewhere, they got to.
That's from my understanding. They got to get the rights to him.
Okay.
Because he signed a contract. So and he definitely wants to take a year off, from what I heard. So, and
God, I don't blame him.
19 years,
19 years, take a break. You got to make so much money.
he's going to make so much money. I don't see why Netflix or Amazon doesn't swoop him up to anchor an NFL program
Yeah.
Yeah.
as a correspondent, because they don't have anyone good. Like the immediate presence, and he talks in sound bites. He'll be great on television.
He will be really good. He's a good personality.
And-
He's funny.
And he just the stupid Tomlinisms.
Tomlinisms, yes. And that's what I mean. Like, I really think that he's much like Cower. I think Cower got a taste of television, went, oh, I can make like millions of dollars and just do television.
Probably more money on TV.
I tell you
than
what,
he made
I'd get rid of
coaching.
fucking Ryan Clark and put Mike Tomlin there any day of the week. I think Ryan Clark sucks. I think he is such an asshole with the takes that he has and the things that he says. He is never right. I've never seen him say anything and it ever be true. Another one is Stephen A. Smith. I'd get rid of that fucking idiot on any show and put Mike Tomlin. At least he would know what he's talking about. Stephen A. Smith every week declares, this team's garbage. They're garbage. Oh, they're garbage. Then next week they win. Oh, they're a good team. You don't fucking know anything about this.
We talk about how everything's pro wrestling. Watch ESPN. And it's just cutting
It's
promos
so
to get...
hard to listen to ESPN people. With Jason Kelsey and that thing with Jason Kelsey, Ryan Clark, and Stephen A. Smith, I couldn't even hear who was talking.
And they just no one talks to actually say interesting things. Everyone wants to be like controversial to be like, oh man, you should have heard what they were saying there. Like, it's frustrating at a level to be like, oh, I don't care.
And then Stephen A. Smith and Ryan Clark are like doing an inside story about something that they're saying while another guy's talking. It's like, this is fucking chaos. This is chaos.
It is. And that's why I hope that like Amazon he goes somewhere like that's not ESPN.
Yeah, somewhere that could need him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of change. I'm glad that it happened this year because there's so much flux that this is the year that, like, I think a lot of the old guard changes and you're going to see some new people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From what I've heard or what I've read from journalists, the Steelers have probably asked 10 defensive coordinators for interviews. Mm-hmm. From what I've heard, they're not going to hire someone that's already been a head coach somewhere for a head coach position. Mm-hmm. They've said that none of the assistant coaches are going to get hired unless the head coach wants to bring them back on. And
so they wouldn't talk to Brian Flores because he was a head coach somewhere.
And they want someone in their 30s.
Okay.
So I did hear. His name was brought up though.
Flores.
Yeah, because he's only like 42.
Well, who's he play? Who's he a coach for?
Minnesota. He's their defensive coordinator.
Oh, you know what? He did pop up in that list. They did ask to interview him.
The Don
he was in
Shula's
Pittsburgh
grandson.
for a while, wasn't he?
I think he
was an assistant
linebackers
coach.
Then he went down to Miami and he was a head coach.
But like the Mike McDaniels, he's not getting like.
I think Mike McDaniels might be a good offensive coordinator, though. I think he has a good offensive mind. I just don't think he's a big leader.
And people were talking about him wanting to go to, instead of going
Detroit.
to a shit team and be the head coach, go to a good team and be the offensive coordinator.
Detroit's interviewing him for an offensive coordinator.
Are they?
But apparently Cleveland wants him. Because he was a coordinator for Cleveland years
Cleveland's
ago.
a disaster to go there.
Oh, my God. But they've already locked down. It looks like Harbaugh's going to the Giants.
It looks like
but I saw those same reports like 15 hours ago.
Yeah.
But I saw reports before leaving to come here that he left the Giants facility without a contract, and the interview committee from Tennessee was flying to his home to interview him in his home.
For the Titans.
For the Titans.
He wants
a lot of stuff.
Like
I think he wants $20 million.
That's
$20 million a year for his salary. He wants an additional $20 million for his, or 20 or 10 for his staff.
Yes.
He wants the hire the general manager.
Yes.
And it's like a bunch of other shit that's in there for his wants and needs. And I think Miami was like, we'll do all that. We don't care.
Well, I really think that's why they fired McDaniel. Because they were going to just look for a GM. And then whenever he got fired, like, well, if we're going to just let's just redo it all.
Yeah. I've been seeing these interviews with that asshole who's the owner of the Ravens.
He's really entertaining.
Yeah, that guy's so isn't that guy such a prick looking? If Tyler Luke makes that kick, is Harbaugh still the coach for a week? He takes a sip of his bottle of water.
He was great.
Did you see him talk about Tomlin?
Yeah.
Someone's like, did you see if Tomlin got let go today? And he's like, what? And he goes, would you hire him? He goes, wouldn't that be some shit?
He said, maybe if you didn't do this because our kicker missed. Like you did something.
He looks like he's a villain in a comic book movie.
This was the first press conference he's done in 7 years.
Yeah.
Like he's like,
it was cold.
Yeah.
For a week, and then the water sip is just so cold. For a week, and then drinks his water. Yeah, it's interesting.
I heard earlier today, 3 or 4 teams reached out to Tomlin, and he's like, "Nah, thanks, I'm good."
I really think he's going to be a guy that can go and Because he was doing the podcast circuit, like...
I never realized that he was there longer than Cower.
Yeah.
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 He's tied with the most wins with Noel.
3 coaches since 1969
incredible.
is crazy.
Yeah.
And I think we took him for granted here. Like, there's 19 winning seasons, that's nothing. Like, I know we only won 1 Super Bowl in that. That's still 19 years where you're in the mix.
And that's the thing. It's all a matter of perspective.
Right.
If
How many teams in the NFL would kill for that?
Yeah.
Exactly. If you're like me with the Bears and the Browns and all this other stuff, we've been through so many coaches and so much culture change and all that. It sucks. But I do understand diehard Steeler fans.
Right.
That want
It's a winning
more.
culture. It's a
That you're like, look, we've lost 7 playoff games in a row. We want more. We're Pittsburgh. We're proud of our 6 Super Bowls.
Right.
We want more. So I get both sides of it. I mean, I
Right.
got into a Facebook war about it the other day. I got fucking yelled at and
Was it your
everything.
buddy?
Yeah. Oh my god. All I put was like a perspective on there, and I got fucking filleted by him out there. I was getting yelled at. So personal that it went to Messenger afterwards. That's where you know it's bad.
I've always been a Tomlin apologist. I really liked him.
My friend's a Tomlin
too.
apologist too.
But I feel like it was time.
I do too. That's why I'm glad he stepped down.
Right. Then it didn't have to get weird.
I also think that he might think the game passed him by a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think it has. Because what superstars has he had?
He has not had a good quarterback since Ben.
Roethlisberger.
Since Ben left.
And I don't think Ben was great his last 2 or 3 seasons.
No,
No.
but he still won.
Yeah.
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 So
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be eye-opening to this fan base whenever we get somebody and it's going to be rebuilding for a few years. And
it's tough.
I'll be okay with it. I know that typical Yinzers.
It's hard. I tell you what, it's hard not playing games that mean shit in December or November or sometimes October.
yeah.
When you're playing not a meaningful football.
It's true.
hard.
Here's the thing too: is I also think that what I like about NFL divisions is we're all kind of in the same boat. Look, three new coaches in our division this year.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to say that we do trade TJ, we get some good draft picks, and we could make a mix of it. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's what makes the NFL great is because of how competitive it can be. Look, I mean, Carolina got as far as they did. You know, like after rebuilding for
Almost beat the Rams.
Well,
yeah,
look at the Bears division. It's all now young new coaches.
yeah.
And now the Bears coach is kind of nuts, but you see the rivalry he has with Green Bay's coach
But
now.
aren't they buddies? Or are they?
No, see, the thing with them is when he was the offensive coordinator in Detroit, Matt LaFleur had, like, I guess a year or couple ago, made fun of Detroit's offense and what they do. It's something about, like, they're overrated or whatever. So when they hired Ben Johnson for the Bears in his interview, last year in Detroit, he beat LaFleur twice. Detroit beat Green Bay twice. So he said, what are you looking for this year? He said, I'm looking forward to beating Matt LaFleur twice.
Yeah.
And Matt LaFleur's like, what the fuck you saying to me? So when Chicago lost to Green Bay, as they were coming up, he went up to shake his hand. LaFleur gave him this and walked by him. Like shook his hand, pat him on the back, and walked right past him like, fuck you. So when the Bears won the second time, they had kind of a nice handshake a little bit more, but this time around, when they beat him in the playoffs, Ben Johnson went by and gave him smacked his hand and ran right by him. And then he went, and then he said nice things about the press conference, but, they record those locker room speeches now.
Oh, yeah.
And in the locker room speech, he did their prayer, and then he stood up and he said, fuck the Packers. And then they were screaming, and he was like, that's what I got to... He said, the first thing I'm going to say is, fuck the Packers. And there was people that didn't like it, and were like, it's unprofessional. It's rivalry. It's nice to have a rivalry.
They better said fuck the Ravens whenever they started playing. The Steelers played. Like that's I want that rivalry. Like
Yeah.
You know what pissed me off the most in the NFL this week, and you probably saw it, I shared it on Facebook, was the Jacksonville coach. So that Liam Cohen, who's a Jacksonville coach, had a tremendous year for a rookie coach. I mean, Jacksonville was good. They lost to Buffalo. Afterwards, you could see the guy was really upset. He was doing the press conference where they answer the dumbest fucking questions. What did you do wrong? Why'd you let Josh Allen run on you? What were you thinking on that fourth down?
Let him do it.
Yeah.
And this old lady reporter has been reporting in, she's from the black press in Jacksonville, really sweet lady. That's what they said. And why is that funny?
because it makes it sound like that's the name of the newspaper.
That's what she called herself. I'm from the black open press in Jacksonville. It was what
I feel like that's all right, but go on.
that's what she said. That's what she is. It's something of that nature. You're going to look it up?
I am, but go on.
Look it up.
All right.
She said, did you you hear this? Did you see this interview? So she turned to him. She said, I'm from the whatever, and she said, I just wanted to say you had a great year, young man. She said, you hold your head up high. We're all very proud of you, what you did for this city. And he's like, thank you. And she's like, it was very wonderful. You hold your head up high. The Duval and all that. And she was like, and you're going to be back next year. And he said, thank you very much. And then all these fucking assholes on ESPN and other channels and Fox and Fox Sports and NFL Network blasted this lady and said, would they let someone's mama in there? Would they let someone's grandma in? And they're like, that's not journalism. That Jamel Hill chick said that's a joke to journalism that they let them in there.
Because they just want to sensationalize it and get viewers. Jacksonville Free Press. And
she said something with... There's something
she's from the Jacksonville Free Press.
Look up there. There's something about she represents...
I'm not going to watch the
She represents African-American press in Jacksonville. But anyway, she said something... Now I have to look it up. Maybe fucking asshole.
I think this goes back to what you just said. ESPN wants to sensationalize and be edgy, and they want to just get click things. Pat McAfee had a great thing. It's like, why can't we take 45 seconds and praise someone? Because they did a good job. Like
Where was Jacksonville last year? Like, look at the turnaround. That's incredible.
And they were making fun of that guy like a goober at the beginning of the season because he's like, "Hey,
Duval,
because they play in Duval, Florida, whatever."
Yeah.
So
it's the county.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, it's the county. So they were, and they said the guy that I saw on ESPN was it's that basketball player who played for the Warriors a few years back. I can't remember what his name is, but he said...
Grant Hill.
He said it was 27 seconds, and you people were acting like this. And he said, Jamel Hill's a good friend of mine. He's like, but what she said was wrong. He was like, you don't make fun of this lady. He's like, this is a nice moment. He's like, we need more of this in press conferences. He's like, you just lost, and people were asking you, why'd you lose? He's like, they have an answer for why you lost. He's like, what's wrong with a little positivity? 27 seconds? He's like, it's ridiculous. So I thought it was very nice what she said.
Tony Khan's going to coach him next year.
No, Tony Khan's going to hire her. She's going to be the announcer for her.
That'd be great.
Could you imagine if she came out and just said something nice about every wrestler on AEW?
Well, I saw a great comment. Somebody was like, I want this lady to say hi to me every morning.
Yeah.
She's so uplifting and so nice and
Get
so
you
sweet.
fired up. Like, Spotify should hire her to do generic, like, inspirational quotes for the...
She should go on Cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should. She should be a navigation. You're pulling in, baby. It's okay. You're all right. You're going to be there. So, what do you think this week? You got
Hashtag anyone but Buffalo.
You got Buffalo plays who?
Denver.
I'm going to Denver.
Denver. See, I think Denver's
overrated.
I do too. I don't like who's their quarterback. I was going to say Bo Nix. Is that Bo Nix? Okay.
Yeah. And then you have who's going to New England? Texans.
Houston.
I think New England beats them there. I think Drake May's good.
You know what? I was poo-pooing Houston. They looked good the second half. I mean, also, too, the Steelers can't capitalize on 3 turnovers. That's your own fucking fault.
Yeah.
But
that was the embarrassing part.
Yeah. Anyone else has 3 turnovers, they're winning that game. But
right.
Yeah.
And then you have the NFC day game is San Francisco at Seattle. I think San Francisco's way too banged up.
You got to be rooting for San Francisco, though.
Why?
Because wouldn't you rather play San Francisco at home than Seattle?
I'm not looking past the Rams. I mean, it's the Rams. The Rams are really good. The Bears have pulled out some crazy shit this year, but the Rams are really good, and I don't think that it's going to be 3 degrees and snowing is going to affect Matthew Stafford whatsoever. The guy played here for many years. He's a tough dude.
He played in a dome. He's a pussy.
But he played Chicago. He played Green Bay. He's used to that stuff. That stuff don't bother them. Caleb Williams isn't that great in the cold either. I mean, he came from Southern California. He's only been up here a little bit. You know, I don't really think the weather plays as big as a part with it as it is. You know, maybe the travel thing, because they probably, I don't know if they went back home to LA and came back out after being in Carolina.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, I don't think the Rams have a great defense. I think the Bears will score points. The Bears' defense is really bad. So,
Not as bad as other defensive I watched last week.
I tell you, the most embarrassing game of the whole weekend was that Chargers performance that they put on against New England.
Talk about a team that's beat up. That Chargers
team was fucking horrible. I've never seen a guy get sacked like he got sacked. His tooth was knocked out.
I felt bad
for him. His nose was bleeding. He was getting his ass handed to him.
Did you see the ranking of his O-line before, like the stats? They were the out of the bottom 10 out of the entire NFL. His linemen were in the top 10 or in the bottom 10. Like out of every team in the league, that's how many their O-line, how bad it sucked, and they still made the playoffs.
God, he was getting. It was like he would snap the ball and just like everyone in the team would just
and
he'd throw the ball in the air, and it was crazy.
It was bad. It was
and
really bad.
I don't think they were rushing more than 4 most of the time.
They were just murdering. He was getting murdered. He was getting murdered. But, yeah, I don't know. I think San Francisco is going to... I think that's a tough place to play Seattle, and their defense is really good. And San Francisco is really beat up. I am happy they knocked the Eagles out of the fucking playoffs, though.
That was...
Not that the Eagles and the Packers are out, I'm like, okay. If the Bears lose to the Rams, it's the Rams. They're good. It's not that big of a deal.
I don't think the Rams are as good as everyone thinks. I think this is
I want them to win, but if they don't, it hurts way less than losing to the Packers.
This is why I want Buffalo out. Number 1, I hate them. Number 2...
Justin?
not Justin. Number 2... It's going to be so much Josh Allen dick sucking against everyone else in the playoffs because he's clearly the best quarterback in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to hear about it because I don't like Josh Allen.
I don't know how anybody cannot like Josh Allen, though.
I think he's a fucking...
I get with rivalry, but he is one of the nicest guys in sports.
Fuck that.
He's such a good dude. He's such a great guy. And I know that you don't... I know you don't like nice people.
You know what pisses me off about Josh Allen?
What?
Him fucking me every time I drafted him in the playoffs.
That's why you don't
I
like
think
him.
he's fucking soft towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
And I think we didn't see it because he played Jacksonville last week. But I really do think he's going to go out to Denver and that defense is going to give him a hard time.
I was watching a video last week of Paul Skeens visiting the Buffalo Bills.
And everyone thought it was Josh Allen?
Well, he's so much bigger than Josh Allen. It's really weird. He walked in, he's like, hi, Paul. And he's like, oh, yeah, how you doing? Josh. I'm like, why does Josh Allen look so small next to this big Josh Allen kind of looking guy?
I saw Paul Skeens' girlfriend, because someone walked up to him. I was like, Josh Allen. It was like, shake his hand, and he took a picture of them.
Yeah.
It's like, talk about failing upward.
But he's so funny because he's like, how's it going, Paul? He's introduced himself, and they're like, we know who you are. And he's like, oh, nice to meet you. Yeah. He had one of his Pirates teammates with him that I don't know who the fuck it was. But
I can't wait for him to go to the Yankees and actually do something good.
And he's like, you're a really good football player. You're a good pitcher.
I have kind of enjoyed the Josh Allen, Peyton Manning commercials spots. They're not
trying to get rid of the curse.
Yeah, it's spots that they've been doing.
I like Josh Allen a lot. I think he's a really great guy.
I have problems with him because he's a fucking big pussy when it comes to the season.
We'll see what happens. It'll be an interesting weekend of football.
Some thin air in Denver. It's pretty easy to choke up there.
Yeah, pretty easy to choke up there. You're going to see Bo Nix win a Super Bowl.
God,
how about all the young quarterbacks that are in
that's
this?
I love it. I love the fact that we could go into the AFC and NFC Championship and it could be Denver and New England or Denver and
they all
and Houston.
3 of them there come from the draft where they got Caleb in. Caleb was number 1. Then you had Drake May 2. Bo Nix was 4 or 5, and they're all
Denver, Houston versus
I think Stafford's the oldest quarterback.
Chicago. San Francisco, Seattle would be... Chicago going to Seattle would be tough, but...
That's really tough. Yeah, Seattle's tough. Seattle has a good way to get to the Super Bowl right now. They're good. And now, the only thing would be if Sam Darnold does what he's done in playoffs before and completely collapses.
Yeah.
But if they play that defense they play and they run the ball like they do with that great offensive line, they're going to be very hard to beat. So we will see. Be an interesting Super Bowl this year. There's no Philadelphia. There's no Kansas City.
Yeah.
There's none of these other teams. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Should be exciting. All right. Quick little wrestling bit. Brock, did you have anything that you wanted to go over wrestling this week?
I thought SmackDown was pretty good this past week.
From Berlin.
Huge upgrade over the Raw performance from the week before.
Mm-hmm.
What I like about SmackDown is it feels like everybody on the show has a purpose. That everybody's involved in something. Either they're a part of a team or
Yeah, it was good.
chasing the U.S. title or something. And we had a big WWE Undisputed Championship change at the end of.
Before that, I really am enjoying Trick Williams on SmackDown.
Yeah, he's
going to be.
You know if
really,
he's a face or heel yet? He's kind of coming at everybody.
Yeah, and people. I mean, to me, like how people love the Jey Uso, like the Yeet entrance and all that. His entrance, I think, is just as good. It's not as annoying because it doesn't go on as long. And then in the ring, he's so much more impressive looking than Jey.
Yeah,
he's got. I mean, I think that kid's going to be a superstar. He's got the
I think
skills.
so. They put him right in with Orton.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Sami Zayn's a big star. And Orton, like those are the two guys he's had issues
I
with. So far.
really hope Sami Zayn doesn't win the Rumble. I'm kind of tired of the underdog Sami winning things.
But he never wins the big one.
Never wins the big one. And I saw a good analysis the other day as people said Sami Zayn would have been world champion by now if Cody Rhodes never came from AEW.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the way that went, Sammy fought Roman that first year in Elimination Chamber in Toronto. Then went on to do the Owen story. They win the tag belts. They lose the tag belts. There was the only person feuding with Roman building up to it was the Cody stuff. But if Cody's not there,
it would have been Sammy.
Because Sammy got the default. He got the secondary thing. He beat Gunther and ended his streak for that.
Yeah.
So tell me that wouldn't have been Sammy versus Roman that finally ended.
Cody screwed him.
Cody really did.
Cody's a son of a bitch.
Coming over. That really was his spot because that's when he was at his prime, was that underdog thing, and you did it. And you know now with him right now,
they don't have anything for him.
There's no real fire with him. He comes out and says, I want the world title. But I think the fans are kind of like, nah.
Even though you're not going to win.
Yeah.
I think that's going to... Almost like when Roman was like in the... Early on when he was in the Final Four in the Pittsburgh Rumble, and the crowd was going crazy, want him to win then.
Yeah.
I think if he's in like the Final Four, you're going to see the crowd go almost
Sammy?
like just like Jay. I think people were like, "Oh man, Jay's actually."
It depends who's in that Final Four though too, because if Roman ends up in that Final Four, people might be wanting that because a lot of fans are like, he needs to win a belt again, which I don't think he needs it.
No, he doesn't.
I also don't think in Saudi they were going to be like that.
And well, Saudi's a different story.
Yeah,
so that's true. That's a good point. Sammy Saudi, they could all be going nuts if Sammy
because
wins
he
that.
has a huge pop when he comes out. Like if he comes out like 27 or 30, and they're like, "Oh, like he's like
Yeah. So I was really pleased that McIntyre won. I like the way they did it.
So corny.
Did he win clean?
No.
Well,
Okay,
so the minute they're in the cage, they did the 3 stages of hell. He beat Cody the first match.
Okay.
Cheating, but he won. He pinned him. Cody beat him in the hardcore match. Then the cage came down. And when they're in the cage, Drew kept trying to escape. And then Jacob Fatu shows back up. And I'm like, Drew's getting screwed. Like, okay. Like, Drew gets screwed every single time. Jacob came in, beat the shit out of Drew.
Drew was on his way out the door.
Was on his way out the door, and Jacob stopped and was beating the shit out of him. And as he's beating the shit out of him,
for some reason,
Cody makes a mistake, comes over and pulls him off, like, "Hey, you're in the middle of a match," and Jacob just starts beating the shit out of Cody. Threw him in the corner, beat the shit out of Cody, and as he's working over Cody, Drew's like, "Fuck it," crawls her out of the cage, wins the world title.
That's amazing.
And it was great. And then he showed up in Glasgow the next day, and it was I thought that was great. He was at a house show. He's like, "I told everyone I was winning it." And now they're doing it.
Did they explain what Jacob came out and...
Well, he was mad at Drew because Drew took him out when he had to go get his teeth fixed.
when he abominable snow monstered him.
Yeah, and he knocked all his teeth out by Claymore, and then Jacob went and got his new veneers and all that. So they're doing like that thing wherever they're going to have those qualifier matches.
I saw that.
And then they're going to have a 4-way at Saturday Night's Main Event in 2 weeks. And then the winner of that fights Drew at the Rumble. I don't think any of those guys are going to beat Drew at the Rumble.
No, he's going to keep it to Mania.
He should keep it to Mania.
Because it's Cardona versus Trick.
Cardona and Trick.
And then who else was it?
It's Cardona and Trick. It's
or not MJF. It's
Miz,
LA Knight.
No, LA Knight's not in. He's not back yet.
Oh.
It's Miz and Orton, I think, or something like that. Dragunov and Sammy.
Okay.
Orton and... Who am I missing there?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't remember.
You sure LA Knight's not in it?
No, he's not back yet. Oh, Solo's in it.
Oh, yeah.
How cool was their new entrance?
I like their new entrance.
Whose?
The
MFTs.
Those motherfucking Tongans.
Yeah.
Those motherfucking Tongans. There's someone else in it, but I can't remember it now. But anyway, it's pretty cool. It was a lot better.
Something different.
It was a lot better.
I liked it. Now that Vince is out of the way, they're doing tournaments and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Vince hated tournaments. I don't understand
But
why.
the fans, it's popular to hate on the WWE, so it was all garbage. Drew
I
winning
enjoyed
was,
SmackDown.
was garbage.
Raw, I did not enjoy. I didn't watch much of it this week.
The only thing I
The
thought from
Steelers.
Raw that was insane was that fucking Spirit of Braun Breaker did on
That was funny.
Dragon Lee. I thought he killed that guy. I don't know
His
how.
neck snapped so hard.
The speed he got coming down that ring, he looked like a human missile. I was like, oh my God, he killed him. Oh my God, he had to kill that dude. He took him out of his shoes. He hit him so fucking hard.
I missed it.
I didn't watch it at all.
I sent the clip, I think, on Instagram
I saw
or
that.
something like that.
You sent it somewhere.
I watched
'cause
the
I saw
clips.
it.
That's
Yeah.
how
I
I've
was
been
gonna
watching a lot of wrestling lately. Is just clips on Instagram.
Yeah.
You
as
don't need
well.
to You don't need to watch a show of wrestling. If you like wrestling, just follow on Instagram. You get all the key stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have a topic or anything from wrestling that you wanted to highlight? Anything from your perspective? Did you watch Dynamite or anything like that?
I'm pretty much right now.
You were back into Dynamite for a few weeks there.
Yeah, it's tough in my life to like watch something consistently.
Yeah.
I just don't like.
Wrestling's hard to follow with any life.
Yeah, like I wish I
It's
had.
easy for me. I just fast forward through most of it and watch it.
I wish I had something to watch TNA from the start. That's like the only thing I'm like.
yeah, I can't watch
interested
TNA. I'm
Yeah,
annoyed by it.
That debuts on what?
in. Soon
Yeah, soon.
next week.
Yeah.
A lot of TNA talent leaving. The Rascals have left TNA.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
signed with
left
AEW.
All four of them.
Yeah.
All four of them.
So
There's
you have
so
every
many of them
incarnation.
now. Who else recently left? Oh, that one guy, that Mike something or whatever. Or
Jake something.
Jake something. He's in.
Yeah,
They're the
yeah,
number
yeah.
one contenders now. Him and Davis, Mark Davis,
Oh,
won a
the
thing
same
last
person.
night. Yeah.
They
So
left
they've
it-
been mixing that around a little bit. They signed AEW signed a bunch of people from like CMML and stuff like that too.
There's a big rumor that Will Hobbs is debuting tonight on SmackDown.
There's a rumor that Hobbs his contract was over, that he filmed Collision. You know, here's the thing. I don't know I don't know about Will Hobbs in the WWE. They have a lot of big guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know. But look, if I was Will Hobbs, I don't blame him. All Tony's ever used him as is a guy in a group.
Mm-hmm.
He's only ever
Yeah.
been. He's bounced around from the Callis family to this family. Remember when he was with QT Marshall
Yeah.
in their TV group?
Yeah.
You know, and now he's with the Ops. He's just been that.
Yep.
So, you know, if he's going to get money,
I can't see him just showing up on WWE SmackDown.
I can't see him skipping NXT. He
Yeah,
needs NXT.
He does.
Yeah, but it'd be a good if they got him, especially if he's going to be on their show on Saturday night.
Here's the thing that kills me is if I was WWE, I'd want to put him with like Trick or Oba Femming and just make a big black guy say
Big dude.
It's just big dudes, how Big he be as a manager, just meaty men slapping meat.
I'll be honest with you. NXT could use it because they just lost
Yeah,
a
they
lot
did
of their
just
guys.
they got in a lot of
and
their
they're
top
pulling
guys.
up. They're pulling up Evolve guys that no one really knows
Yeah.
yet. So if you need a big indie signing, you know,
Well, also too, hasn't Ricky Saints been talking shit about everyone going to the main roster? He needs someone that's going to come out and be a big.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like they're doing.
Calvin-
Zilla's going to be joining soon.
Calvin
doing
and
some of
Hobbs.
that.
Yeah,
But I
Calvin-
guess they trademarked just Hobbs already.
Really?
WWE.
I saw that, so I could
Not
be BS.
powerhouse.
He's just going to be Hobbs.
He'll just be Hobbs.
You're not allowed to have a name in WWE.
Yeah.
If he's going to come out in the tiger stripes.
And then there's the Jericho rumors about him showing up and all
He's
that.
probably just going to be a one and done in the Rumble, I bet.
My God, I don't want him. I don't want to see him even on TV anywhere.
He's perfect for Saudi Arabia, though.
Oh,
He is.
yeah, they love him for Saudi Arabia.
He's not-
I don't know
but he
why
can't-
they
They
ever.
requested him for that greatest Royal Rumble. He was under contract. They brought him
Yeah.
in for that. He said he got paid more, like 6 figures for 18 seconds in the Royal Rumble.
He'd be so good as the AEW general manager if they
would.
just used him in that role. Come out to Judas, get the crowd going.
I'm telling you, the perfect person for that position is whenever Mick Foley's legend contract comes up.
Oh yeah,
And
Mick
he-
would be good for that.
And because he wants to cut ties with WB, Tony Khan signs him.
Yeah, Mick would be good for that.
And he's-
well, Mick's a little older now, though.
But he doesn't need to wrestle. But if you come out to some music and he's the commissioner like he was in the Raw when he
Yeah.
was with Raw,
Get over it.
I think that would. He was the same thing in TNA and people liked it. Like
Mix of talent.
he is.
So there was a story going around, which was one of my headlines here, where from the last AEW event, Moxley, when he wrestled Kyle Felcher, dropped him on his head like twice, right on his neck.
Fletcher.
So he dropped him right on his neck really hard. They did 2 spots with it. Last night, watching Darby Allin had a match with Pac. Pac power bombed him on the steps on his back and neck like 3 times. Then threw him out of the ring in his neck, and he landed right on a table. So, like, they clearly do a lot of that. And William Regal, who doesn't go on Twitter a lot, got on and just said, didn't call out AEW anybody specific. He said, I really wish some of these younger guys would look to their peers and how bad their necks are and how their quality of lives are. Mm-hmm. And you need to start protecting yourself. And Dave Meltzer attacked him. That he should shut up. He doesn't know what he's talking about. AEW is the safest place to wrestle. Look what they've done for people's careers. And that surprises the hell out of me when you have Bryan Danielson on that show, who recently admitted that he can't even sit in the announce booth for 2 hours. He has to get up and move around a little bit for how bad his neck and his head and all that start hurting him. Mm-hmm. And this is the guy that left the WWE because they wouldn't let him wrestle anymore. And think about that run that he had in AEW and tell me that didn't contribute to his neck problems he has no more. How many times did Moxley step on his neck or powerbomb him through tables or blood and guts matches and falling over? They did all that shit because they can't stop themselves. And now his quality of life is horrible.
Mm-hmm. Fuck Dave Meltzer. I just want to put that on
Dave
record.
Meltzer's a fucking douchebag.
What business? Who is he to say anything to William Regal of all people?
I know, seriously.
Like, what have you ever done other than
suck off Tony Khan?
Yeah, poorly write a stupid column that nobody takes seriously for the past 20 years.
He defends everything they do.
He's on the payroll. I don't care what he says.
Everything they do. Even Alvarez calls him out. I'm going to say it again.
Fuck Dave Meltzer.
He's a fucking idiot.
I mean, seriously. Who are you? You're nobody.
But you watch that show last night, and then I see, like, my God, man, Darby Allin's going to not even be able to walk by the time
Is he even 30 yet?
I think he's 30. But my God, the shit that he does to himself.
You're not an indie guy anymore. You don't have to do that stuff. You've made it.
That. Him and Moxley, man, they love doing that shit.
Someone's going to die in the ring there.
Eventually.
I mean, it can happen in any wrestling match, but when you're doing those kind of things every night, every match, I hate Dave Meltzer.
I know. It's terrible.
How dare you doubt Dave Meltzer?
The Meltzer man.
How dare you doubt El Dandy?
Serious. This guy's a serious professional.
I listened to Dave Meltzer's, like, best matches of the year and all that. It's AEW stuff.
Kurt Angle doesn't have a 5-star match. That tells you how accurate his 5-star rating system is.
Did you hear Cornette this week when they read the South Korea's awards for best stuff of the year? So they had these South Korean awards that come out, and they're like, match of the year, John Cena and AJ Styles. And then they were like, promo of the year, John Cena's heel promo. They were like, heel turn of the year, John Cena. and it was just all John Cena. And he was like, boy, they love John Cena over there. And then they were like, newcomer of the year. And Cornette's like, John Cena? And he's like, no, they didn't win this category. And it was like, male wrestler of the year, comeback of the year, best thing of the year. And then they go into the worst parts. And the worst stuff was all Jey Uso. They hated everything. Jey Uso and Mercedes Moné, everything was that. And then they were like, worst match of the year. And it was John Cena and Gunther. And they were like, this guy obviously just loves anything John Cena.
That's funny.
They were like, best music, best entrance. They were like, John Cena. Last year, Moxley was the winner for all the things that people hate. The Moxster.
I didn't realize that South Korea had such
a plumber.
The plumber. He's a good guy now.
John Moxley can be good. That's what bugs me the most about him, is that he can be good.
It's just so funny that he wins a belt and he just starts acting like a good guy. And I see fans that are like, it's great, it's legendary face turn. Look at this, And he was never really bad. I'm like, he tried to get Darby Allin to drink fucking bleach. He tried to pour bleach down his throat.
He tried to suffocate a guy with a plastic bag.
He tried to kill people with a plastic bag. You remember when all that horse shit was leading to? It was Shane McMahon. Yeah. Was the thing with the death rides, and that never happened. No one ever figured out why the fuck any of that happened.
I saw a great indie spot where someone he's like, oh my God, he's got a plastic bag, and he put the plastic bag over the guy's head, and the guy just goes. It rips the mouth out and goes.
Instead of sitting there choking,
And they're like, "Oh, no, it's a plastic bag," and he just went,
God.
all right, ripped the whole mask open.
Hilarious. All right, Justin, any breaking news?
I thought I had some, and then it ended up just being one of those stupid clickbaity articles, so I got angry and shut my laptop off.
All right, he got angry. All right, then, Ken, take us out.
Oh, and please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, and kiss your mother on the mouth for me.
Or her pickle. Or his pickle.
No.
Ew.